certified foundational Black American society. Somebody about to get their perm pushed back because them FBA riders done showed up. Somebody is hurt right now because this the reparations generation and we ain't playing no games. Somebody is down bad because we saying R.I.P. to the boule. What they gonna do about it? But let me tell you why they doing this.
I've been prosecuted. Do it all. Do it all. Do it all. Trust in God. Do it all.
You done got your ass deleted because foundational Black Americans done showed up and we delineating full time, full speed just to let them know. Get your ass up out of here, dinosaur. Let's go to work. Tupac, let them know.
What y'all think? If you whatever the fuck you think you are, and until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans and we out here dying? We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that shit.
These folks better learn that these folks ain't playing in this generation, so you can take all of that pork chop preacher and get the hell out of here, because we going on 2026 regulator tour, regulating everybody in the city near you. And Black Alpha's right here, and I'm near you as well. Certified salute. Let's go to work. Who's in the building? I already see Baltimore's in here. Virginia's in the house. Checking in from Chicago. Yes, indeed. The 914. You already know. I know that the South is in here. I know the South gonna stand up. The East Coast, the Midwest, the West Coast, everything. Augusta's in the building. Los Angeles is in the building. Duval, Jacksonville, Florida is in the building. Brooklyn's in here. Oklahoma City's in here. Philly's in here. New Jersey's in here. Another Duval. Louisiana. What's happening, baby? Denver's in here. Michigan's in here. Another Brooklyn's in here. DC and the whole DMV. Detroit checking in. What up, though? See you, family. Another Michigan. I see KC Mo. I see Boston. I see the 215. Another Louisiana. What's happening, baby? 2 times. I see the whole foundational Black American society. And we in the building, in the place. Ballers gon' ball and them haters gon' hate. And why they pork chop preaching, we gon' regulate. Let's go. Family, it is on and popping and I'm feeling good because this is our world and we run every damn thing, including running all these COONs out the paint. Who done told them and who gonna tell them that this is a new time? This is a new era. This is our house, okay? This is the home of the certifieds. If you ain't certified, you ain't delineating, you ain't regulating, and you ain't talking about reparations, you ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing, and we can't hear you. It's time now, y'all. We gonna go ahead and do it. You see outside that the temperature is turned up and it's increasing. We gonna turn up right along with it. This will be the era that gets remembered forever. I've been saying it, and the first thing you do, you find every single dinosaur, you find every single op, every single tether, everybody with perms on the back of their ankles, and you give them all their eviction notice, and they done been served. And FBA let them know. If you ain't codified and you ain't standing on business, you can't come around us. This era's going down in history, baby. This gonna be one to remember, y'all. We gonna be the best generation of all time. And what you mean when you say generation Black Alpha? I mean every single living, breathing, foundational Black American who is on code. Baby boomers, yup. Gen Xers, yup. Millennials, yup. You know it. And all my Gen Z family, we gonna all mount up. We all gonna regulate. And we're going to bring it to the building. The family's been a hell of a lot of regulating going on. And you've been seeing brothers and sisters. Y'all been noticing, let me ask my certifieds. Have y'all been sensing the energy? Have y'all been feeling it, y'all? I know we've been feeling it for a long time, but have y'all really been seeing the energy? Have you seen the look in the eyes of foundational Black Americans everywhere you go? Do you see it, family? I see it. I sense a we not effing around energy. I sense a we ain't got time to play today energy. Have y'all been seeing it, fam? I seen a grandmother, okay? Grandma was at the stove pushing the cart, getting some sweet tea. I looked at grandma, said, hello. Grandma looked at me and said, hey, young man, I love what y'all doing. Go get him. And I said, go get him. Got him. And you know, Black Alpha's the man for the job. And I got all certified foundational Black Americans with me. The #1 chat on the whole damn earth is here right now. They looking good. They feeling good. I know y'all ready to go to work. I see y'all ready to get them. So we got them. And let's do the damn thing. Let's go on up to NYC. Shout out to my brother Melrose. Fam, this is the Regulator Tour. And it's going on in every city in America. And that fire in the eye is on right now. Let's go.
Tell us your name and briefly, what's on your mind?
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday, you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. Woo! No check, no vote. No vote. I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You're trying to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote.
Talk your talk, black man. Let's go. Our world.
Yeah, who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
You got to love it. You got to love it, family. Look at my brother standing on certified business. Shout out to NYC. Let's go. One more time for your mind. This deserves a replay.
And briefly, what's on your mind?
Hey, yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old.
Look at old buddy. Soon as Melrose grabbed the mic, look at old buddy looking around like, who's this? He's not going along with the script. Look how my brother Melrose snatched the microphone, snatched the mic, and dropped the mic. That's what my brother did. Let me say that one more time, family. You see these people out and about, you snatch the mic, and then you drop the mic. You don't do nothing else, family. Look how my brother grabbed that mic, and look immediately how old buddy's like, huh? What's he doing? He's regulating your ass. That's what's happening.
Hey, yo, as I look around this room.
Look how confused dude is. Look at him. He's trying to look to his masters. Master, we got a certified in here, and he's not listening to me. Where Al Sharpton at? Al Sharpton to get this work. The Perminator know what it is. This is what I'm talking about. Look at my brother commanding the stage. Yes, go.
If you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing. Y'all in trouble. Yesterday, you had Al Green up here talking about reparations, which, by the way, wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check.
This is what my brother said. I know this ain't what y'all want to hear, but that's what's happening. You see, family, we don't give a damn what they say. We don't care how they feel. Them days is over. And notice, y'all, When my brother's standing on that certified business, because that's exactly what he's doing, my brother is holding it down all the way live. You got to love it, family. You got to love it. Look at the people in the background. Y'all look at people in the back. You see them? Look at them folks, fam. They looking down. They looking around. They don't know what to say. They over there saying, well, what we going to do now? Look at them. They know damn well what it's hitting for. Yeah, you better look down, and you going to stay looking down. This our era. Look at her, mad. Look at her looking down. Look at this man looking away. You see, fam, FBA got these people all shook up. This is our time. Look at this man trying to talk. Is this man a tether, by the way? He look real tetherish, don't he? Look at this lady. Look at this lady. Look at this lady. Your time is over. Your time is done. You better take that counterfeit boule stuff back to the Democratic factory where they put that battery in your back. We ain't doing that. Black Americans are taking control over our own destiny, y'all. This is what's going on. You got to love it. Let me know if y'all can hear me, fam, because you know we coming in hot. Let me know if y'all can hear me, fam. Tell me, can you hear your boy? Because we coming in extra hot over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if y'all can hear your boy, because we rocking. Uh-huh. No sound. Oh, no sound on the video. Okay, so y'all can hear me, though. Okay, perfect. It's all great. Y'all can hear me? That's all that matters. Okay, the video is muted. Okay, got you. But y'all hear me. All right, let's go. We in here. You can hear me? That's all that matters, family. Okay, we're going to get back to my brother Melrose. Shout out to my brother Melrose. Everybody, right now, subscribe to my brother Melrose. Everybody, get him up. You got to have more subscribers. More subscribers for my brother. Okay? Yeah. All right, we on it popping. Let's go. Family, this is what I'm talking about. It's over for these individuals. It's over. There's nothing they can do anymore. It doesn't matter. Fam, the boule can come up with whatever the boule wants to come up with. This is our generation and our time, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. We are changing everything. Y'all know I've been telling everybody that the world belongs to us, and you can see it everywhere you go, fam. Where you want to go? Where you want to go, fam? You can't tell that we the wave right now. I don't know what it is. We the wave right now. Look what happened, and look how bad them folks was, fam. You already know them folks was down bad. And Al Sharpton thought he was going to get Billy bad, but he know damn well he ain't going to do nothing because Al Sharpton ain't never done nothing. All Al Sharpton going to do is sit his ass down and be quiet. That's all he going to do. That's all he going to do, family. And notice how my brother did it. I want everybody to notice the style of how my brother played out. I want y'all to notice that. First off, when he walked in there, you could already tell with his demeanor, he ain't come to play. That's the first thing that you noticed, right? You saw when he grabbed that microphone, people were scared. They were shook. They was like, oh, no. The reason why that ended up happening like that, family, is because the grassroots on this side and the boule on this side, we having at it right now. I want y'all to see exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I mean, my brothers and sisters. This is what I'm talking about. It's over with for the boule. Anybody out there who thinks that the boule is going to do anything is sadly mistaken. There will be no boule, y'all. It ain't happening. Somebody get the boule on the phone and let the boule know their days are over. The days of your punctified misleadership are over. Black Americans are not going for anybody else who thinks that they're going to dictate to us whatever they want and give us democratic policies. Yeah, you go tell Jesse Jackson. You go tell John Lewis. See, we knew who they was from the jump any damn way. Did we not already, brothers and sisters? We knew what they was talking about. Now what you're seeing is this new era kicking out the old era. And when I say old era, y'all, I'm not just talking about our elderly people. No. I'm talking about these people who misrepresent us, who try to put words in the mouth of us. Them days are over. Okay, what we're doing is making sure that it is a landslide. And I'm going to show y'all exactly what the future holds. And I'm going to show y'all exactly why they cannot stand next to us. We going on a full regulator tour. And that regulator tour is all ours, fam. And you got to love the energy. That's why I'm always talking about it, fam. You got to look at this from a generational scope. Al Sharpton. Let's talk about Al Sharpton, okay? Everybody knows that Al Sharpton is an agent. Everybody knows that Al Sharpton has a perm. Everybody knows that Al Sharpton's hair is 70 years old. We all know this, family. Al Sharpton knows this. So if these people run around here and they think that they're going to talk reckless to Black Americans, they got another thing coming. See, they're used to them old days where you can just do and say anything. There was no consequences and repercussions for that type of behavior. That ain't the case no more. That ain't the case no more, fam. Now it's everything about us and how we say it's going to go. They better get down or lay down. That's how we coming with this energy. And, Al Sharpton got upset at my brother, and Al Sharpton tried to double up and bring it back, but let him know, fam, this goes to all of them. We will no longer deal with you putting these other groups above us. We're no longer going to have you speaking on behalf of us. No longer are you going to hit us with the can't we all get along. The damage that era has done to the Black community is epic. And now it's time that brothers and sisters are standing up, and we are. And we confronting these people where they are. It don't matter. You can't hide in the church no more. We gonna come see you. You can't hide behind the barriers no more. We gonna come see you. You can't even have your own COON event because we gonna come see you. Every time we come see y'all, they ended up crashing out. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Look at dude's face. Dude was scared, sending out these tethers and everybody. A tether can't save you. A tether gonna get this work. Yes, indeed. Y'all look right here. Right after that happened, everybody knows what went on. Al Sharpton wants to get fake tough. And Al Sharpton wants to go out there talking about something. For all y'all talking stuff, if you say something about me, I'm going to react. You ain't going to do nothing. You better get that damn wheelchair because it's knocking on your damn door. These folks know we not the ones to play with, fam. You going to get paid, you not. You going to get tangibles, you not. As long as the boule is in position, Black Americans will never have none. Who's been the main ones facilitating the erasure of Black Americans? It's been the boule. Who's been the main ones facilitating foundational Black Americans getting no tangibles for our vote? It's been the boule. The boule is nothing but the puppet, the minion, the extension of white supremacy. That is it. That's who's cutting the checks, y'all. So it goes white supremacists, boule, tethers. And Black Americans aren't in that fold. And they've been doing this for years until we showed up. Y'all look at Al trying to get tough. Somebody tell this man right now, he better go ahead and do the right thing because the wrong thing gonna get that perm pushed backwards. Watch him try to get tough.
Let me say, in terms of our report for the year, and then we're going to go on with the program. Our young people are rehearsing, getting ready for this afternoon is our youth day. I heard somebody talk about young people. They tell them to just stay around. They're going to see two people, afternoon, all of the youth in there. And I don't know, but you get provocateurs because anybody that is talking to somebody younger than them holding the mic, then you know that they paid agents.
What? Anybody talking to somebody younger than them is a paid fam? What the hell did that even mean? Somebody tell me what that meant. Because family, I don't know what the hell he's trying to get at. But what I do know is that he's been and has always been a damn agent. Don't get these people in our spaces trying to talk that agent talk when they the biggest agents that you ever seen. Oh, we know your history, Al Sharpton. Yeah, we know who you been out here running around. We know how you been out here trying to play people. Black Alpha even got the documentation because I'm the #1 activist and I see everything you trying to do, bruh. He's been the main one out here on that time. We ain't sitting up in there getting a Happy Meal to go tell on folks. This man was selling people out for a damn Happy Meal. He was trying to sell somebody out for a large fry. We ain't listening to no damn Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton been out here trying to set Black Americans up for the fraud. Oh, yeah, we know. Hell yeah, we see it. So we ain't gonna let no agent throw that around because in reality, his ass know he guilty. Let's go.
And if you're in the room, if you don't like me saying that, I'll say it again. Because you cannot get reparations without putting people in office that's going to pay them. So talk that ignorance somewhere else.
Here's the thing. The people that we've been putting in office say that they don't support reparations. You know the same reparations that y'all all went to the UN to support for the Africans. So the Democrats do support reparations, just not for foundational Black Americans. You feel me, y'all? This is what we talking about. Don't let nobody hit you with the, we got to vote somebody in to get us some reparations. Because every time we vote somebody in, guess what they do, family? They tell us we don't support reparations, but you support reparations for everybody. The jig is up. They no longer are going to kick the can down the street when it comes to reparations. We ain't having it, family. We ain't having it. We ain't having it. You don't support reparations. The Democratic Party don't support reparations. So therefore, we don't support y'all. We can make it plain or we can make it plain.
So people talking about we have been for all of our existence fighting for reparations, made every candidate pledge to it. You cannot get reparations unless you elect folk that's gonna pay it. Who you gonna pay yourself?
No, we ain't gonna vote for y'all. And then you won't get paid by nobody. How about that one, fam? If you want to play them games. How about we won't vote for you and then you won't get paid? That COON paycheck, you're not gonna get it. Remember, y'all, they need us. We don't need them. See, this is what we realizing. We don't need the Democrats. The Democrats need Black Americans way more than we need their asses. So that's what we gonna do. We just ain't gonna vote, and then you ain't gonna get that paycheck. You know the paycheck you've been getting, and quit talking tough. Okay, quit talking tough, and look at these damn zombies over here. Fam, do you want these people speaking on reparations for us? No offense, I don't know who this woman is, but her hairline looked like his damn hairline. Non-existent. This woman right here, she's spooked. Al Sharpton spooked. They all spooked. Every last one of them are. Because they understand the jig is up, the time is up, and they gonna have to run the damn money. So this is why they out here talking, fam. Your ass is done, Al Sharpton, and the whole Democratic Party's done. You name them, you go down the list. I don't give a fuck who you are. All of them can get the smoke because they'd rather put everything on the table for everybody other than us. So therefore, we gonna vote for our damn selves. How about that one?
So you can, on one hand, say everybody don't vote for everybody, they racist, but I want reparations. Who gonna pay you? So either you paid or you stupid or both.
Look at this one. She gonna snap her fingers. This how they Black Americans. This is how they feel about you. This is how they feel. Y'all tell me, have you ever seen them talk like this to Latinos? Have you ever seen them talk like this to Asians? Have you ever seen them call anybody stupid? All we saying is that we want reparations and tangibles for our vote. And didn't Kamala just sit there and talk about transactional? This don't look like transactional because her ass lying like his ass lying. And the woman over here, open your damn eyes. See, this is what I'm talking about these damn Democratic zombies. Open your damn eyes. Take a deep breath. Realize you're going extinct, okay? This is why we ain't playing, family. This is why we ain't playing. You ain't talk like this to them folks on MSNBC. You ain't said nothing to them. Oh, you ain't gonna talk to them like that, are you? Well, guess what? You ain't gonna talk to me like that. I ain't playing no games with people disrespecting my damn lineage. This real out here. We ain't gonna deal with the system of supremacy and then have to deal with this damn Terminator. I told you before and I'll say it again, family. These damn Democrats will get everything pushed back. Trust me when I tell you. We ain't playing with these folks, fam. It's on and popping from here on out. Regulators.
I mean, I don't see nobody standing up. I didn't see whoever it was, but yeah, okay. I was at college and the guy stood up talking about, I don't believe in all that nonviolent stuff. Y'all need to get out the way and da 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 and da 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 da. And all you punks, I said, hold it with the punk stuff. I said, because you got one punk out. You go to second punk, you're going to get the best nonviolent whipping you ever got in your life.
Y'all ain't whooped nothing. Y'all ain't whooped no punk. Do something. You ain't going to do nothing. Notice, fam, our brother Melrose didn't come talking about anything physical. Melrose didn't say any of that. Why this man out of nowhere trying to put that off on Melrose? Melrose didn't say that. Melrose was talking about tangibles. He was talking about benefits, and he was talking about the vote. I want y'all to notice that Al Sharpton, the one out here talking about violence and whooping on somebody. that he ain't gonna do. Y'all see what I'm saying now? Notice how these Democrats get to popping off. Soon as you call them out, here comes how they really feel. The days of their punctified leadership are over. And I done seen Al Sharpton plenty of times get ran up on. I ain't never seen him do nothing. Al Sharpton know he ain't never done nothing. He ain't say that to nobody. He making people up in his head underneath his perm, underneath that damn wig. You ain't gonna do nothing. That's what it is. And the fact that we got to sit here and check these people. Look at her over there laughing. This woman look like a damn tether, by the way. All right, these look like some damn tethercrats. They ain't gonna do a damn thing.
Because I'm not scared of the folk we fighting. I ain't scared of the folk we fighting with. So let's be clear about that.
No, we gonna be clear. Oh, we gonna be clear. We gonna be crystal clear. Let's go there, fam, since we being clear today. We gonna be really clear. I'm gonna tell you what we gonna be clear about, family. We gonna be clear so everybody understands this one thing for certain. Certified foundational Black Americans, all of us in the grassroots, fam, we all we got. Political leadership ain't walking through that door. It's just not gonna happen. All right. Nobody's going to protect us. It ain't going to happen. Everything that we do is going to come from us. And this is why we're moving so fast, because we've already identified that. They're canceled. We, as a certified foundational Black American grassroots, are denouncing the Democratic Party. We're denouncing the Non-Action Network, the NAACP, the Urban League, you name them, all done. We are denouncing a punctified misleadership. We're denouncing them trying to be our spokespeople because they never have been. And what they're really mad about, y'all, is that we're in control. That's what they really mad at. Family, what I saw in Al Sharpton was fear. That's what that was. You ain't know, family? Let me tell you if you ain't know. What I seen in Al Sharpton was fear. He's scared. Al Sharpton had to go out there and talk like he was talking because he's petrified. He don't know what is going to happen next. He don't know what's going to go down. That right there is a scared man. Oh, yeah, he's scared, fam. Don't let all that talk confuse you. This man is petrified because all that tap dancing that they've been doing for all them years ain't paying the bills no more. All that tap dancing that they've been doing for them years, now it's over with. What you gonna do when the regulators is mounting up and the regulators is putting in their own work? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Not a damn thing. You better go tell somebody. What he is, fam, he's afraid. He's afraid that now he knows that all that tap dancing is out the window. You can't speak for Black folks, speak over for Black folks. You can't talk around Black folks. You're going to have to see us face to face. That was fear that I see in him. It's the same fear I see in Barack Obama and Kamala Harris. They know now that the reason why they've been getting all them COON paychecks is because they've been trying to pretend that they're us and foundational Black Americans. We done snatched all that up. Now what? Now what you going to do? We've been telling everybody the Democrats are our open ops. That's what it's always been. You notice now, y'all, they got to acknowledge us. When me and Marcel were out there in South Carolina and they tried to stop us with the NAACP and they pulled out all the riot gear, notice Kamala didn't say nothing about that. No, she didn't. Joe Biden didn't say nothing about that. Nope. Notice they had to respond to my brother Melrose. Do you see the difference in what 1 year makes? Family, just a year ago, we full court pressed the Democrats. They were hush hush and they didn't say nothing. Now they got to go and respond to us because 1 year difference shows that the regulators got full control. Now the regulators show them that they can lose an election with us. See, before in South Carolina, that was before the election. Now we done yielded and flexed our power during the election. So they got to come and make a scene. They got to make a statement. That wasn't a statement out of anything. That was a statement out of petrified. They scared, y'all. They scared shitless. Trust me when I tell you that, family, because they know that we shutting them down. They know that we running everything. They know that the jig is up. The boule is going out of business. There's been two different entities, and these two entities work together. And I'm going to tell you what it is. The same way that we are canceling Pan-Africans is the same way we're canceling the boule. These have been the two major ops of foundational Black America. These two. The Pan-Africans, they try to mislead you with all that go back to Africa talk. And the boule tries to mislead you with the we need to vote for everybody other than ourselves. We need to turn the other cheek. That type of energy cannot deal with this grassroots lineage first movement. They can't. They don't know what to do with delineation and regulating because that don't fit the script that they've been trying to sell us. So AKA translation, we whooping that ass. And this is why he had to go out there and say that. Family, Al Sharpton is 357 years old, okay? he is sitting there responding to a young brother. Doesn't that tell you that the young brother got more power than him because the young brother is backed by the grassroots? Melrose got love from the grassroots. Al Sharpton don't even got love from his slave master. His slave master be out there smacking him around the office. They making phone calls right now and saying, hey, Al Sharpton, what's up with that situation? That young brother punked you. That young brother made you look like a fool. We done invested in you for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. And you out there getting punked by a young brother. We gonna have to go ahead and cut you off, Al Sharpton. And Al Sharpton said, no, Massa, don't do it. Al Sharpton said, Massa, if you want me to, I'll get back on my knees again and do that thing that I do under the table. And his master said, maybe later. But right now, you can't get a vote. So get off your damn knees and close your mouth because I know you love being on your knees with your mouth open, Al. And then next thing you know, he went out there and he said, I feel that if the young brother said what he said, he gonna get the best whooping ever. You gonna get a whooping from your slave master. And y'all all get whoopings from your slave master when you can't control Black Americans. Remember, y'all, their power is when they can control Black America. Black America controls them now because we're on code. Do you see the energy shift? Do you see the switch? Do you see the vibration? Family, there is a lineage first, certified regulator, grassroots delineation movement, and it's front and center, and this is the clash of the century. We now are getting rid of every single person who's ever went against us, and you can put Al right there at the top, family, right there at the top. It was inevitable that we'd be here, and we're here, and I'm loving every second of it. What did we do, y'all? We went down the list, right? Didn't we go down the list and we said, those people, and those people don't work for us. And we got rid of those people, and those people. So the fact that we've gotten rid of everybody who's ever worked against us, now we're at the doorstep of the boule. Now it's on. So people who don't know the history of the boule has always been in the pocket of the dominant society. They've always been. But do you know what's destroying the boule, family? That right there is destroying the boule. And that right there is destroying everybody. And that right there has got everybody in a chokehold. And it's a damn good thing. And it's only getting better. What a picture perfect way to start off this summer. It's getting hot. And now you're seeing FBA everywhere. And we saying, we gonna come see about you. But family, let me tell you something that's a little deeper. See, a lot of people were talking about Kamala Harris saying that she might run for president. And that's what caught people's attention. Let me tell you what caught my attention. There was a lot of stuff going on at that non-action network. They were trying to prop up a lot of things. See, that non-action network, that was an anti-delineation convention. That was an anti-Black American grassroots convention. That was all about trying to stop us. And they had a lot of things. Shout out to my brother Melrose, by the way. See, fam, when we did the broadcast on Friday, a lot of people didn't talk about Al Green speaking about reconciliation reparations. Everybody was focused on Kamala. A lot of people in the new Black media was talking about Kamala. I ain't give a damn about Kamala. Kamala, go ahead and run again. You're just going to lose. The Republicans are begging her to run again because they know she's going to lose. That's a 2028 issue. Don't nobody give a damn about no Kamala. I was focused on Al Green talking about reconciliation for reparations. And I guess our brother Melrose was tapped in and he was watching. And he said, wait a minute, I got to go address them people based on what we was talking about on this broadcast. So our brother got up, went there, and put it on. And family, there's something even deeper that I found out is going on over there. Y'all ready for this? And this is going to be funny, and it's going to be sad. But ain't that exactly how the hell they are, fam? I mean, damn, look at the man. That's all he is funny and sad. But I'm going to tell y'all something that's out of this world, y'all. I'm going to tell you something that's out of this world. Family, do you know they're trying to make Al Sharpton the new Jesse Jackson? I'm not lying. See, we laugh at that because we understand that Al Sharpton is 3 billion years old himself. He ain't the new nothing. This man is old as hell. What Paul Mooney said? Paul Mooney said his perm is 70 years old. Family, they're trying to make Al Sharpton the new Jesse Jackson when Al Sharpton is just as old as Jesse Jackson was. This is how bad we done whoop the Democrats' ass. That the Democrats are trying to make a dinosaur replace a dinosaur, but it ain't working. Yes, they're trying to make Al Sharpton the new Jesse Jackson. You want to know why? Because they haven't been able to build a a new Jesse Jackson. See, the boule always passes it down to the next one. They always go get their baby boule. Fam, where's the baby boule at? I'm going to tell you what. The baby boule is on the corner because FBA packed them up a long time ago. Remember when they slid out with Black Lives Matter and they try to give us all these little fake activists? What Black Americans do? We ruined all of them. Applaud yourself, Black Americans, because us getting rid of all those fake activists that they was talking about, what's happened now? They new generation of boule isn't there. So they got to go and try to recycle and go get Al Sharpton. I am not lying. They're trying to make Al Sharpton the new Jesse Jackson when Al Sharpton was in the Jurassic Park with Jesse Jackson. How the hell you going to be new when your ass is 3,058 years old? I don't know, but that's what they're trying to do. Why? It's because we got rid of them. Think about what we've done as an era, y'all. I'm going to give you some examples. Remember Tamika Mallory? Gone. Remember Sean Queen? Gone. Remember D-Ray? Gone. You notice, family, that all those activists that they was trying to push on us during the Black Lives Matter era are all gone. Fam, they spent billions of dollars on them. Remember Black Lives Matter, Big Back number 250? Remember that? Remember when they would have all them people pop up and say, Black Lives Matter and so do Skittles bag? Remember when we would show up to these events and out of nowhere, these people would have the microphone and they'd be talking? Well, family, we got rid of all of them. And something happened very special. And I'm going to tell everybody, it was the first rally for reparations. And I'm going to tell you why. Shout out to Tariq. Shout out, brother. When Tariq put together the first rally for reparations, that's going to be looked at as the first time that the new era of activists all were in a place. I ain't talking about the boule. I ain't talking about Black Lives Matter. I'm talking about the certified grassroots. So for every last one of them, you ended up seeing the new era. Notice, y'all, look who you see and look who you don't see. You don't see Tamika Mallory. You don't see My Son. You don't see D-Ray. You don't see none of them. Instead, now, you see new activists. Black all day. Not Skittles bag, not fruit by the foot, not fruit roll up, Black 24/7, family. We've replaced all of them. And this is why it's been such a powerful movement. For every last one of them that's gone, now you see a Black Alpha. You see a Marcel. You don't see them old people, so we got rid of them. And family, now they are trying to give us this. Benjamin Crump announces that Al Sharpton is the new civil rights leader. Not lying.
When we passed the torch, and Reverend Jackson, he often blushes about how Reverend Jackson mentored him. I have to believe,
What?
Reverend Al.
Wait, he said Reverend Jackson. What? What? He messed out all of. Did he say Reverend Jackson blushes about Reverend Jackson? Did he mess that up? I think he screwed up in the beginning.
When we passed the torch,
What?
and Reverend Jackson, he often blushes about how Reverend Jackson mentored him.
He done, you know he capping. He done started off, he said Reverend Jackson blushes about Reverend Jackson. He can't even get his words right.
I have to believe, Reverend Al, that Reverend Jesse Jackson was awfully proud but awfully at peace, knowing that there was somebody to pass the torch to a new civil rights leader for America for these times such as these. Yeah, again, let's thank Reverend Al for taking the torch and being our civil rights leader for the United States of America.
I told y'all, I said it, family. This man just said that Jesse Jackson passed the torch to Al Sharpton. How in the hell can a Triceratops pass the damn torch to a T-Rex? How dinosaurs is going to pass torches to other dinosaurs? Family, they trying to play in front of our goddamn faces. If you don't get this the hell up out of here and go back to the goddamn Boule headquarters, hell no, get off your knees. This man just said that Al Sharpton is the new civil rights leader and Al Sharpton been around since 1792? Are you kidding me? This man is old as Methuselah. And he talking about he is the new leader. and he will take the torch, and he'll take it back from that he got in. His lisp is pissing me off. His lack of hairline is pissing me off. And Al Sharpton's perm is pissing me off. These people are done.
To a new civil rights leader for America for these times such as these. Y'all, again, let's thank Reverend Al for taking the torch and being our civil rights leader for the United States of America. I love you, Rev.
There you go. There you
There
go.
are times.
Y'all know. Hey, listen, if Black Alpha tell you, Black Alpha gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I told y'all that's exactly what they was trying to do. There was a lot of shenanigans that's been going on over there at them little headquarters. Family, they're trying to make Al Sharpton the new civil rights hero icon because they don't have any new ones. That is comical. We laughing at it. You can do it all you want to. But let me tell you something. You getting stepped on because don't nobody believe that. You can't make somebody something new when the person is 457 years old, okay? You got to find somebody a little younger than that, all right? And they're doing that is because we have annexed everything that they was talking about. Black Americans have, I just told y'all, the Rally for Reparations, 1 and 2, that was a gathering of all the new activists, the new era, the new way, fam. I can't stress it enough. What we're dealing with right now today is the dawn of a new era. Y'all know all my subscribers, fam, all my day ones, all my new riders, shout out to y'all. Much love and respect from the certified side. Black Alpha's been telling everybody that we have been out here changing the world. You don't have people calling into your spaces from some S-hole country on the other side of the earth unless it's all eyes on FBA. You don't have people calling into our spaces from the White House. Because trust me, y'all, they got them little people sitting there doing all that stuff tapped in, red team go, blue team go, and they're doing that because it's all eyes on FBA. You don't have people out there running them con games if it wasn't all eyes on FBA. They don't like the way things are going because things are going in our direction. And we made it that way. You can take Al Sharpton and everybody else and you can kick rocks. We ain't going for it. So family, that's the best they got. Oh, they in trouble. Oh, they in serious trouble, fam. This man has never led anything. This man is an agent, and he's always been an agent. And everybody understands he's an agent. And let me tell you another thing. He talked all that tough talk, right? All that talk that he was talking about, if you run up on me, you gonna find out. How many of you guys seen when them brothers in Baltimore ran up on him about 7 years ago? Did y'all ever see that? Now, I don't know if it was 7 years ago. I don't even think it was that long. Some brothers in Baltimore ran up on him. And they was checking him. People been checking Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton been getting that G-check, fam. This ain't nothing new. People been checking him. The paperwork been out on this guy. And now it's to the point where we have pushed him out the way completely. Brothers know what it is, fam. Look at this right here. Look at this. Al Sharpton has never wanted to show himself around people in them streets because the streets have never rocked with him. Watch this.
How you doing? How you doing, sir? No, I ain't moving nowhere, dog. I'm standing right where I am. Cause see, I'm from around here. How you doing, Rev? What's your mission here today? You supposed to preach? What you gonna preach about, sir?
Jesus. What you preach about in church?
I don't know. Y'all preach about money. Y'all preach about a lot of things in church.
About the what? The captives, the mass incarceration, the low.
They preach about mass incarceration.
I'm asking, I talked about it.
How much money you getting paid to preach today, Al?
All kind of skin. We just got.
Where that energy at, Al? Where that energy? All the fake stories you told. I told a guy one time, you try me, you gonna find out who the real punk is. You looking like the real punk. You ain't doing nothing. Where we at with it, family? Where we at with it?
Don't touch people. Don't touch people. Don't touch nobody.
I'm talking about skin in the gap. I'm coming to a conference. I'm talking about women.
Let him get a word.
Come on, I'm listening, Al. All right. We just got 5 guys to read it from the test and talk to 5 women. 5 man. 5. I got damn near 200,000 black young men across the United States. 5. All right, so you should be doing more than I got more than 5. I got 10.
He said I didn't help 5 black folks. Them brothers said 5. Man, I got hundreds right here. What we talking about? The streets ain't never like this dude.
Come out. With the younger men. The unified guy that we have in Baltimore. The unified guy that we have in Baltimore is for the things that we talking about. I'm asking them to trust me. Right here. Well, this is Unified Guys. My name is PFK Bohm, okay? Dave on another guy. My name is PFK Bohm, okay? I run these deals with mass incarceration in Baltimore. I deal with life wages in Baltimore. And as well as I deal with the things for Freddie Gray, Tyrone West, and many other social ills. 5 men is unacceptable in our city. That's not a resume policy. I run an all ex-offender land organization that reforms legislation that hinders ex-offenders like voting rights. We got the legislation. No, I said we get 5 guys last week. I got you. This is what I'm gonna say. Come on, man. So if we have,
you don't look like the aggressor, Al. Al, you don't look like you checking nobody. It's starting to look like you getting checked, Al. This is what happens when the Baltimore brothers ran up on them.
Okay, we first of all specialize in police brutality. Okay. So first of all, that is that when you jump on a police, so police jump on something around here, we jumps on that ass first. Okay. So I need you to get my ass up when I fuck a police up for jumping on somebody.
He in your face.
I mean, literally, bam.
No. He in your face, Al. Fam, look how Al dips his head. Fam, that man is going straight up punctified. Look how scared he is.
We jump on something around here, we jump on that ass first. Okay. So I need you to get my ass up when I fuck a police up for jumping on somebody out here first.
Oh, you yes sir and no sir. What happened to all of that? I'm gonna show you the toughest punk you ever seen. I'm seeing the weakest punk. Look at that, fam. Dude, all in your grill. Don't listen to all them fake stories about how they out here in them streets. Don't let these damn old dinosaurs tell you that. I was out there and I'll whoop on you. You ain't whooping on nothing. You over there saying, yes, sir. No, sir. Okay, I understand. I didn't mean what I thought. Yeah, you better play the background.
I mean, literally, bam. All right. And the money. And secondly, for real, we have what? And the money. Yeah, the money we do need bail money to get my ass up. We need real to understand secondly, I need you to actually get more on top of the mass incarceration and justice, because all black is not black in Baltimore. Absolutely. All the politicians, like that's up at the top, they are not what they're on the ground nowhere in the United States, but in Baltimore.
You can't on Jim Crow justice with black faces, dog.
Report just reported, as well as we need a
Jim Crow justice with black faces, fam. Look. This is exactly what our brother Melrose did. The streets ain't ever rock with this dude. Get the hell out of my community. Get your ass, pack your bags. You ain't no representation of black America. We done with this fake leadership, y'all. The end of the boule starts now. If you boule and you upset, deal with it.
When you need a consent,
why are you gonna just consign me to kick my ass?
The way I don't like about it with the elders about black situation, see y'all a lot like they moving too much forward. When I have pain, the Pacific Creek came because of ills and murders and injustice. They locked me up for a murder that I didn't do. Had me on America's Most Wanted and all that. I've been home 20 years. And guess what? How hard, you can Google me now, and not just me. I'm talking about millions in this city. I'm just one who can speak because I have not been beat up or police at my house and none of that slick stuff they do when you try to speak up here. When you see a black person, that's why I stopped here. What you say? This is what I need, Al. I need you for real to stop the bourgeoisie amongst. Not saying you, no, brother. I'm saying you.
I need you to stop the bourgeoisie, fam. Is this what we saying? Is this what we saying, family? 9 years later, look at this. Look at him. Dude got his face, his camera, all in Al's grill. Look at that man in his eyes when he talking to you. This how you got to deal with these boule folks, fam. They want to play tough guy. All that bourgeois, he ain't doing nothing.
When you try to speak up here, when you see a black person,
that's why I stopped here. What you say?
This is what I need, Al. I need you for real to stop the bourgeoisie amongst. Not saying you, brother. Okay. I'm saying you. When I say you, when you shake hands and touch bloody hands in the cities of people amongst cities that the bottom don't deal with, then that gives you a bad stain.
I don't know who I shake hands with bloody hands.
But brother, the whole network fucked up. I'm talking about the whole black establishment from your age on.
The whole network effed up. We've been telling these people, y'all.
Up, bro. Like right on the ground. First of all, whoa. Let me respond to that. Come on.
The elders on up that I deal with come out like you did.
Where they at?
Well, I don't know.
No, you're talking about 19. I'm backing up. I'm talking about the day, man. I'm talking about now. Well, sit Freddie Gray. Give me, I need to Freddie Gray. Wow.
Look how he checked him, fam. He tried to hit him with the elders. They came up the same way you did. Anytime you start questioning these people about today, the first thing they start going back to is the 1960s. We're not talking about the 1960s right now. That is no longer a viable excuse for you to get away with disrespecting us, fam. Look what he tried to pull right there. Soon as the brothers start checking him, he tried to hit him with the, you got to respect me because the 60s. This ain't the 60s, homeboy. This ain't the 70s or the 80s or the 90s. These men are jumping back 7 decades ago.
What did I do with Freddie Gray? What are you talking about? I didn't deal with that.
Exactly. That's the problem.
That is your problem.
Hold. Freddie Gray ain't just our problem, cuz killing black people across America is all our problem.
Who I shook hands with? Who did I shake hands with?
Damn, did you hear Al Sharpton? He said Freddie Gray's not my problem. You heard it? He said Freddie Gray is not my problem. He said he don't care about Freddie Gray. I know y'all heard it. Look at him, fam. This is how they feel about us. They don't give a damn. If there ain't a paycheck involved, they keep walking.
Al, your whole establishment, bro. What? When you shake hands and touch bloody hands in the cities of people amongst cities that the bottom don't deal with, then that gives you a bad stain.
I don't know who I shake hands with bloody hands.
But brother, the whole network fucked up. I'm talking about the whole black establishment from your age on up, brother. Like right on the ground.
First of all, whoa. Let me respond to that. Come on. The elders on up that I deal with come out like you did.
Where they at?
Well, I don't know.
No, you're talking about 19. I'm backing up. I'm talking about today, man. I'm talking about now. Sit Freddie Gray. Give me, I need to Freddie Gray. Wow. Sit Freddie Gray now.
What did I do with Freddie Gray? What are you talking about? I didn't deal with that.
Exactly. That's the problem.
That is your problem.
Hold. Freddie Gray ain't just our problem, cuz killing black people across America is all our problem.
Who I shook hands with? Who did I shake hands with?
Hey, Al, your whole establishment, bro.
What whole establishment?
The whole movement that you know why I say it's a piece of shit? Because everything you saying is you're supposed to be the black leader of these people.
What black leader?
Hear me out.
What are you talking about?
Hear me out. I'm telling you what the streets say.
Did you hear what he just said? He said, what black leader? Family, did Benjamin Crump not just say he's the new civil rights leader? When these brothers in the streets pressed him and said, you are acting like the black leader, Al Sharpton's response was, what black leader? I ain't no black leader. But he damn sure didn't care about getting called the new civil rights leader just 2 days ago. Fam, that is 9 years ago. He's talking at, what you mean, black leader? And 2 days ago, he openly accepted praise for being the new leader. Did you hear him say what leader? Damn.
Cuz killing black people across America is all our problem.
Who I shook hands with? Who did I shake hands with?
Hey, Al, your whole establishment, bro.
What whole establishment?
The whole movement that you know why I say it's a piece of shit? Because everything you saying is you're supposed to be the black leader of these people.
What black leader?
Hear me out.
What are you talking about?
Hear me out. I'm telling you what the streets saying, man. I'm trying to help you out, yo. But I'm saying that people look at you as a leader, and you're telling me that you don't know nothing about my city, but you ready to go in there and speak a word.
I said
you said you had no dealings with it.
Specific question. Who did you say I shook hands with?
Donald Trump.
I didn't shake hands with Donald Trump.
I got a picture of you shaking hands with Donald Trump.
Trump came to Mike Tyson by 86.
Dog, I see y'all at the media awards and y'all be shaking hands.
Look at it, fam. Look at that. He sat there and said, Donald Trump. And he said, man, he was out there in 86. And then nobody said, I just seen y'all shaking hands the other day. Because remember, Al Sharpton used to be friends with Donald Trump, just like Jesse Jackson was. Everything about these people is fake. Everything about these people are fraud. Everything about these people are counterfeit. They ain't got a real bone in them. And shout out to the chat. You made a damn good point. Notice his bodyguard is sitting there letting it slide. One, because his bodyguard know he'll get that work. And two, the bodyguard probably agrees with the brothers in the street.
And drinking and shit. For real.
He was supporting.
Man, see what I'm saying?
All right.
Right now. If you're not right then, you're not right now. Like how you caught the motherfucking smack charges back in the 80s, we still justifying that charge.
He said you caught them smack charges back in the 80s. Now look at Al's face, fam. Oh, we talking about that dope that you had when you ended up being an informant, fam. Foundational Black American Grassroots been putting his paperwork all on the concrete. We done evicted him and threw out all his dirt. You see how the brother said, I got that paperwork on you, Al. I know the real you. I know about that smack that you had in the 1980s. I know that you were swimming in that cocaine. We know about that damn DOPE that you was working with. Oh, brothers and sisters, been calling this man out. Ain't nothing new under the sun. FBA standing on business, and the boule better run.
He was supporting.
Man, see what I'm saying?
All right.
Right now. If you're not right, then you're not right now. Like, Al, you caught the motherfucking smack charges back in the 80s. We still justifying that charge. What the fuck going on? That's all the right, huh? You were on the ground. Right.
Both of us charges, you say, right?
Yeah, I got a question.
And I did too.
No, you told, nigga. Talk about it here. Yo, right. Talk about it. I'm done with you, Al.
Oh, damn. Hey, he trying to say you had charges too. He said, no. You told. You snitched. You rat. That's what old buddy said. Oh, man. This is what I'm talking about.
Both of us charges, you say, right?
Yeah, I got a question.
And I did too.
No, you told, nigga. Talk about it here. Yo, right. Talk about it. I'm done with you, Al. I don't have no respect for you no more.
Damn. Ain't that the same thing that our brother Melrose did just the other day, y'all? You see what I'm saying? Black Americans have been canceled all of these boule folks. Black Americans have been evicted all of them out of our community. We've been put their dirty paperwork out. Now everybody gets the chance to see it. Now everybody's watching it. See, they like to talk stuff from the congregation. They don't like being out there with us. Notice, y'all, the difference between those fake activists versus the real activists. Notice, y'all, they can see us anywhere. Rally for reparations, expos. We go to all these hearings and all these committees. We are easily accessible. Don't you ever trust an activist that you can't physically see, and don't you ever trust an activist that you can't physically stand next to, fam, because they're not there for you. Imagine trusting a father that ain't ever around. Imagine trusting a mother that ain't ever around. Imagine having a bodyguard that's across the street all the time, or you've never seen him. You ever seen somebody go somewhere and say, hey, I got my bodyguard. Where's he at? I ain't met him yet. Then he ain't your bodyguard, and they don't have your best well-being. See, they like to talk all that tough talk. I just showed you right now. That BS story that Al Sharpton was talking about I'm going to show you a real punk. That was a lie, because every time we see them out there, they're always afraid. Fam, isn't that a pattern? How many times have we seen that pattern, y'all? Every time we see that pattern of these boule folks, they come with security, they talk quick, and then they leave. When we went to go see Stacey Abrams, they rolled her in, and then they rolled her out, with the emphasis on roll, okay? Biscuit roll. They rolled her in and out. She didn't talk to none of the people. Nope. They always behind the fence. They always behind the wall. See, they don't like being next to us and directly to us because they know we don't rock with them. So their best thing is always to act like we don't exist. Going back to what I said earlier, when we full court pressed them in Columbia, South Carolina on King Day, and they went and got the NAACP, they acted like none of that ever happened. They was hush hush. They was on mute. When my brother Melrose checked them just 2 days ago, they ended up trying to respond. The reason why they have to respond now, because we left them with no choice, because they know their time is up. They can no longer pretend there isn't a grassroots delineation movement anymore, family. They can't do it no more, y'all. They cannot do it, brothers and sisters. They cannot pretend that we're not here. See, they want to live in this game of pretend. They want to go on national television and say things that we don't rock with. They want to go to the UN and say things we don't agree with. They want to get behind that pulpit and start doing all that damn preaching and dancing and say things that Black Americans don't go for. They always try to speak for us, but don't say anything that Black Americans is down with. So this is why they avoid us, because they know when we see them, we're going to want to know about that smack that you had back in the 80s, Al. We're going to want to know how you've been in federal informant and how you was trying to bring down the Shakurs, not just Assata, but also Mutulu Shakur. We know about this. We know that you've been on your knees every time Joe Biden walks into a room and y'all alone. We know this stuff. So the fact that you got to see us now is on and popping, fam. I tell everybody I'm the #1 activist because I am. And I pride myself in being out there with the people. This is cool, but I'd much rather be next to my brothers and sisters. These people don't ever want to be around us. These people always want to have protection. How you gonna have protection or hide from the community you claim that you advocate for? See what we're talking about? And this is why Black Americans been putting them folks all out of business, y'all. You seen that? I didn't see that energy. And they always play fake tough too. Y'all notice that? They always will talk that tough stuff, but they really won't ever do nothing. They'll sit there and have all these fake stories about, man, I ran up on a guy one time who told me this. No, y'all nonviolent, stay nonviolent. But going back to what I said earlier, y'all, when I tell you guys that what we're seeing now is a generational shift, okay? And it's a cultural shift. Somebody in the chat was like, Black Alpha, stop the senior citizen jokes. Black Alpha doesn't stop anything. If I say it, I mean it. If I mean it, I say it. There's no filter over here with me. And I made it clear, I'm not talking about just elderly people. I'm talking about the ones with the old mind state. This is why I shout out the baby boomers. This is why I shout out the Gen Xers. And I'm not going to clarify that again. I make this crystal clear, fam. I stand on business with all the certified foundational Black Americans. I don't give a damn if you 500 years old. If you 500 years old and you on code, we rocking. It ain't about your age. It's about having that age with an old mentality. That's what it's about. It ain't about jokes with the old folks, okay? You good. If you can walk and you can move around, you fine. It's the folks who can't walk, who got to crawl every time that they see a Democrat. That's the issue. But whether Black Alpha says this or not, can't nobody stop it. It's a new wave and a new era with new dates and new names and new faces, family. And we all here today. And it's going to be a new wave of energy, y'all. It ain't about you as a person. It's about the energy wave. And you're starting to see our energy take over this whole damn world. And there ain't nothing anybody can do about it. There ain't nothing anybody can do about it, y'all. And let me show y'all what I mean. The last time we had this different generational energy shift was back in the 60s and 70s. Yes. Because remember, y'all, it was the civil rights era, what Jesse Jackson and them were doing. It was the Black empowerment movement, what the Black Panthers were doing. That's the difference. See, somehow, fam, people have conflated the two of them. And they think that the civil rights era was all of the 60s and 70s. No, but the Black Panthers were not talking about civil rights. They were talking about Black empowerment. Let me show y'all something by a person that is a personal shero of mine. Let me show you guys the lovely and the great Kathleen Cleaver. Look at Kathleen Cleaver. And if I'm not mistaken, ain't that Andrew Young guy? Ain't that who that is, fam? I think it's Andrew Young or whatever the hell, because they all look the same to me. Look at him trying to talk to Kathleen Cleaver. And look at Kathleen Cleaver, annoyed as hell at this man's babbling, because he's trying to say the same damn thing to her that the Boule says to us now. This is the same exact thing that they try to talk to us about. It don't ever go away. Y'all watch this right here, family.
I'm saying there's never going to be a time when you're totally in control.
Why not?
Life is a constant struggle.
I don't see why black people can't be totally in control of their destiny.
No, only if you struggle and fight for it.
Well, that's what it's all about.
But you got to fight with your head as well as with your fist or with your gun.
I think that all wars involve fighting on every level.
That's
See,
right.
Politics is warfare without bloodshed, and warfare is politics with bloodshed.
Yeah, including white people. I'm saying there's never going to...
Look at her, fam. Look at Kathleen Cleaver. Is she not making the same damn face that we make every time the Boule dinosaurs start talking? Is she not making the same face that we make every time we know they lying? We know they holding us back. We know they trying to sell the next generation down the line. Look at our lovely sister Kathleen Cleaver, who I admire. Look how she's looking, family. Because she was out there putting in work for Black empowerment. And what's he doing? Lecturing us. Notice the Boule always lectures Black empowerment, but they don't never lecture white supremacy. Have y'all noticed that, family? Look how just disturbed she is. Watch her face when she pops up. She's so damn mad.
I'm saying there's never going to be a time when you're totally in control.
Why not?
Is a...
He said there's never going to be a time where you're in full control. What kind of message is that to give black folks? What kind of punctified stuff is that? And she jumped up. She said, why not? Says who? What you mean we can't be in full control? What kind of defeated energy is that? There's never going to be a time when you're going to be in full control. There's never going to be a time when you guys are actually going to have power. Basically what he's saying is that y'all need to go ahead and bow down to them W folks. And she wasn't having it at all.
I'm saying there's never going to be a time when you're totally in control.
Why not?
Life is a constant struggle.
I don't see why black people can't be totally in control of their destiny.
No, only if you struggle and fight for it.
Well, that's what it's all about.
But you got to fight with your head as well as with your fist or with your gun.
I think that all wars involve fighting on every level.
That's
See,
right.
Politics is warfare without bloodshed, and warfare is politics with bloodshed.
Yeah, including white people. I'm saying that.
Trying to sit there and tell her, fam, this is a Black Panther, okay? A Black Panther and all the stuff that they was dealing with, and he's trying to give them a lecture about how to fight. Fam, I'm here to tell you now, we ain't with that energy, y'all. We're not with it. We're not going for it. It's got to go bye-bye, all right? And the reason why it's got to go, y'all, because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. You got to understand, fam, these people were pushing being nice to the W's in the middle of the lynching era. The lynching era, family, and they were still telling you, be nice to the W's. Right now, in the middle of an erasure, they're telling us to go vote for the people who put the damn erasing people in front of us. We've got all the facts and all the statistics and all the data. We've got all the legends and the icons that prove it, fam. They've never liked this energy. You got to understand the history of the Boule. See, a lot of people just talking about Al Sharpton. I'm talking about the whole Boule system has to go down. It has to be wrapped up. It's got to be over with. We are bringing in a new era, fam, and I'll be damned on my life if I sit back and watch the Boule sell out another generation of Black people the same way that they did ours. I will not allow that to happen at all, family, okay? Because it's going to go down in a real way. Brothers and sisters got to stand up and take this all the way back. And how you do that, fam? You find out who all the ops are, and you get their ass out the paint. That's just how you got to do it, and there's nothing in between. It's all straightforward, y'all. And when I tell everybody this, we on. Shout out to everybody, because I have so many baby boomers who hit me and say, hey, Black Alpha, I'm 60 plus years old. I'm 70 years old. I've been waiting. See, what people don't understand, they want to cause that little divide between the old and the young. What I'm telling everybody is we've always had riders. There was people riding back in the baby boomer era, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. The problem was they were being drowned out by the Boule. Okay? Remember that, fam. You can have the greatest idea in the world. You can speak the most truth you've ever said. Once you say it and then they can get on TV, they're going to overdo everything you said. Brother Malcolm X talked about this back in the early 1960s. He said every time during slavery where a brother or sister like us went to go talk, the slave master would send in one of his tap dancers to undo what we just said. So when brothers and sisters back in the day was talking about delineating, they said, send in Jesse Jackson, undo what they just said. When brothers and sisters was talking about Black empowerment and putting a foot where you know it needed to go, they said, send in Al Sharpton, undo what he just said. The problem they're facing now, y'all, they can't undo what Black Alpha said. They can't undo what Tariq Nasheed says. They can't undo what 2.8 thousand of y'all are saying. They can't undo what we say now, y'all. They can't do it. You see how Al Sharpton went back and tried to undo what my brother Melrose said? And do you see how much he failed trying to do it? Because all of us as foundational Black Americans in the grassroots, and I'm talking about baby boomers, Gen Xers, millennials, and Gen Z, we all got behind my brother. Do you see how they can't undo our words? They can't undo our action. They can't undo our justice or our agenda or our movement. Nothing they do or say can take back what we're doing and saying, because we not only have the loudest voice in the room, we have the most pure voice, and we backed by the most certified regulated riders. Quote me on that one. And family, this is how we're changing the game. This is how we're getting them all the way out the paint. You can't do it. This is what they don't like, y'all. Look at it. Look at everything around you, family. You will see that we're not rocking with these individuals, and they know we're not rocking with them. So they are all out of dodge. They sitting there saying, well, what the hell can we do? What's next? Where do we go from here? I'm going to tell you where you go. Your ass goes into oblivion, because you can't be here in the realm of reality. Look at this sister right here. This sister right here says exactly what we're talking about, and she's speaking on Melrose. Watch this, fam. Who has the spirit, the heart, and the mind of the people? We do.
Check, no vote. This is the statement that came out of one of our FBA family. His name is Melrose Radio, and he was at looks like a political event where they are discussing, certain things when it comes to community and such. And he had went up there and spoke his mind and let it be known that the older people have failed. They have failed. They are continuing to spout the same rhetoric, expecting different outcomes. He let it be known that the Democratic Party will not be voted on from a lot of us Black Americans, because at the end of the day, neither side is anything special. Let's be honest. But the Democrats especially are not nothing special. And they still have a lot of people in the chokehold, but y'all gonna have to wake up. Because as he stated, no check, no vote. Meaning you don't have nothing to give Black Americans, a people who has been here, who's fought for this country, who's built this country, then we're not voting for you. You're not getting in that office when it comes to us. Y'all can have everything for everybody else. Y'all have all this money for everybody else. Y'all have all these bills for everybody else. Y'all can specifically say who y'all are giving something to, or y'all giving something to Asians, or y'all giving something to Mexicans. But when it comes to Black Americans, y'all can't specifically say that. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, you're being discriminatory towards everybody else. Name en masse, what do Black people have to themselves?
Woo!
I'll wait. So yes, we are not playing these games anymore. If there is no check, there is no vote. Period. Check, no vote.
Tell it how it is. Man, I'm loving it, y'all. I'm loving it, y'all. I'm loving it. Why am I loving it so much? Let me tell you why. I remember sitting back and watching these people deliberately harm our community. I sat back and I watched generation after generation after generation be held back by what these Boule people do. They are the open ops of foundational Black America. What the Boule represents is the House NIGGER. Okay, that's what they represent. That's what they've always been. It's just the same thing, fam. The roles have never changed. All right. The Democratic plantation represents the slave master. All right. Oh, the Boule represents the person that was gathering up the slaves. Remember, y'all, during slavery, a lot of the times Black folks were getting called the N-word. That was coming from the House N. The House N was doing that. A lot of times when Black folks were getting whooped, that was the House N. Massa didn't always whoop the slaves. He would send in the House N to go do it. There's a psychos, a mentos, a mentality that never left the community. Somebody told me a long time ago, he said, man, we never got rid of our COON problem, and it's haunted us for 200, 300 years until today. Until today. And today we're not going for it, family. I'm not going to sit back and watch them try to play on us the same way they did to previous generations. I got disdain for them, y'all. I know there were some people in the new Black media that was telling y'all to be nice to Jesse Jackson and all that. F Jesse and F Jackson and F them both. I said it, meant it, will stand on that. If you sell out my community for some butter biscuits, that is a violation you can't make it back from. All right. And your legacy deserves to be tied into that. What happened when Jesse Jackson passed away, fam? The Democrats went and made his funeral about going against Donald Trump. They turned a man's funeral, his life and his legacy, about the Democratic Party. They didn't even mention Black people. How in the hell is Jesse Jackson an advocate for the Black community, but his funeral was all about the Democrats and they ain't say nothing about Black people? These people are not Black. I'm here to tell y'all. All right. People talk about Tethers and they say, oh, that Tether's not Black. He's melanated. Well, damn it, the Democrats ain't Black neither. You do not associate yourself with our people or our community. You would rather elevate all these other individuals above us. What can I give you? You can't be us if that's the type of time you on. I don't give a damn. See, listen, fam, difference between me and everybody else, I don't say what needs to be said. I say what the hell has to be said. All right. And I don't care. Jesse Jackson, bye. All right. Point blank, bottom line. Albert, Young, Lewis, whatever the hell, John Lewis, gone, bye. We don't need those people in their punctified energy because they don't know how to give us any love. They will always do this consistently. Let me tell y'all, how many people in here remember when Tupac was unalived? How many of you guys remember? How many people in here remember when Tupac was unalived? See, I got a problem that goes all the way back to when I was a little boy in elementary school, all right? Because I remember when Tupac passed away. I remember it. Shout out to my brother Melrose. What Melrose said? He said, who's in here 35 and down and 35 and up? Now, when I was a little boy in 1990s, I remember when Tupac passed away, and I wondered why everybody who was older were damn near celebrating Tupac being unalived. And it was everybody 40 and down that were crying. Fam, it was kids crying. Y'all remember the footage? It's out there now where the little kids were in front of the hospital and the kids said, I hope Tupac gets better. I hope he's okay. We love him. Do you remember people in the street? If you don't believe me right now, go look it up and then come back to the broadcast. Come back in 10 minutes when you watch it. Watch how all of the young people were crying when Tupac was unalived. And watch how the Boule was running around talking about you live by the gun, you die by the gun. No regard for that man. No regard for his family. The Shakurs. No regard ever, fam. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, none of them gave a damn about Tupac. My friend told me a long time ago, he said, you know what ended up happening to Tupac? Tupac was a 23, 24, 25-year-old man that was having to carry the whole goddamn community on his back because the Boule sold him out and they weren't present. I hold the Boule responsible for the unaliving of 3 Black generations. straight up and down. I can't go in on people who are baby boomers because the boule completely sabotaged y'all. I damn sure can't say it about the Gen Xers. They sabotaged y'all. A Gen Xer that was born until just a few years ago, they were under the sabotaging of the boule. The boule sabotaged us. This is why I tell everybody it's generational. This is why I'm talking about everything from a historical standpoint, fam. The millennials, fam, they got the millennials just until a few years ago. I'd be damned if the new generation is going to have to deal with that. I said it just the other day, fam. Go to a young child who's 15 years old. They've seen more black activity in 15 years than the Gen Xers, than the baby boomers, or the millennials did for 30 years. Why? It's because for all of us, we were being held hostage by the boule. For the Gen Z, they're not. The Gen Z has something special. The Gen Z showed up in this Renaissance era. So they're not going to have to deal with the tethers and the boule and the turn the other cheek and what would Martin do and the NAACP and the Black Caucus and the African American. They don't have to deal with none of that. We had to. So shout out to this next era. And like Pac said, to quote Tupac, you think we bad? Wait until you see these next brothers and sisters, kings and queens, gods and gods. You ain't seen nothing yet. And just like I said on the previous broadcast, fam, the babies will thank us. The babies will thank us because we getting rid of the Jessies and the Al Sharptons, all right? They're going to look back on all of that and say, thank you. So they're going to hit the ground running while we had to learn on the job. I hold that against them, fam. Y'all remember when Tupac cursed out everybody at the NAACP? Family, he was like 18, 19 years old talking to people who were hijacking our community then. Think about it. A 19-year-old Tupac who passed away at 25 back in 1991 when he was a kid was talking about the same boule that's still here now. That math is not mathing to me. That makes no sense. Y'all tell me, who is the dinosaur leader of the dominant society? Who's the Mexican dinosaur? See, they bring in new people. That never happened with the boule. The Black American community always functioned like this. I do what I do. I pass the baton to the next era. That's what happened. All the people, the indigenous Black American era, they passed it to the slavery era. The slavery era, once we got out of that, they passed the baton to Reconstruction, Black Wall Street. That's why we thrive. Black Wall Street and them, during the Reconstruction era, they passed it to the Civil Rights era. Something strange happened coming out of the Civil Rights era. The dominant society said, let's go pick our puppets. There's no coincidence, fam, that the boule was created right around the time that the Reconstruction was going into the Civil Rights era. And then our natural, organic, God-given, most high-given evolution was stopped and prevented because they took the baton and they said, we're not giving it to nobody. Why do you think the Gen Xers didn't get the baton? Don't come to me talking about how bad things were in the 90s or the early 2000s. You know why they were bad? It's because they was putting crack in the damn communities and the boule was running around here calling us African and telling us we need to pick up our pants. How many of y'all remember? How many of y'all remember, fam? I'm old enough to remember when they told us we were the problem. Fam, they're not going to tell you this. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, John Lewis, they ran around this country and told Black folks there wasn't no damn supremacy. It's our problem. That's what they told. I remember, y'all, how easily people forget. They were the ones running around here when they were dumping all that stuff into our community. Didn't say nothing. They were the ones supporting Joe Biden in the crime bill. Didn't say nothing. Bill Clinton, the 3 strikes, didn't say nothing. So you can't blame the previous generations for what they went through because the previous generations were being sabotaged and hijacked by the Black boule. And it took us in this era to get rid of them. You don't believe me? Let me show you something. I'm going to go to the source of Tupac Shakur. Y'all watch this right now with Tupac. And Tupac talks about how everything that he was going through was a cry for help and nobody helped him. The great Assata Shakur said it best. Assata Shakur said she wishes that Tupac Shakur had a community to protect him. The community was gone. During the 60s and 70s, Malcolm had a Martin, had an Elijah Muhammad, had a Muhammad Ali. Huey had a Bobby. Bobby had a Huey. You had a Kathleen Cleaver. You had a Fred Hampton. You can go ahead today. I got a problem. I can call up my brother Marcel. Just talk to Marcel. I can hit up my brother Tariq. Just talk to Tariq. We have a community. I can talk to y'all. Fam, everything to go on. Y'all know I was just telling y'all about what's popping around in my life, and people was hitting me up saying, stay strong, Alpha. We lean on each other. Who did they have to lean on in the 1990s? They had to turn to the gangbangers. That's what Pac was talking about. You were sold out, cracked out, and taken out. And all 3 of those are responsible because of the Black boule. Y'all watch Tupac right here, family. Watch Tupac. Tupac says, if y'all love me so much, how come nobody was helping me? And that's why Tupac got caught up in things he had no business getting caught up in is because the older generation sold him out the same way they sold us out. Watch this.
Everything I'm saying is a warning, is a plea for help. Everything I'm saying is a warning, is a plea for help. Everything I'm saying is a warning, is a plea for help. If everybody is so goddamn worried about me, why ain't nobody came to help me? You know what I'm saying?
That hurts my soul, man. That hurts my soul. Listen to what he said. Fam, he's talking about the older era. And the reason they didn't help Tupac and they left this 20-year-old baby on his own to carry the community because they was too busy telling you to vote for the Democrats. That's why.
Everything I'm saying is a warning, is a plea for help. Everything I'm saying is a warning, is a plea for help. Everything I'm saying is a warning, is a plea for help. If everybody is so goddamn worried about me, why ain't nobody came to help me?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to be no star. This ain't my job. I care if everybody don't cheer for me. You know what I'm saying? If you're not cheering for me for what I'm doing, don't cheer for me. Don't cheer because you think I'm cute. You know what I'm saying? Screw that. Cheer for me for what I'm doing, for what I stand for. And when I go to jail, you should cheer louder. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm standing up for what I do. I'm not robbing.
Look at that man. Look at that man, y'all. All by himself. All by himself. Nobody there to help that brother, y'all. Nobody was there to help Tupac. And I got disdain for that because I look up to Tupac Shakur. I got a problem with that, y'all. That bothers me. You understand what I'm talking about? And this is what I want everybody to understand historically. So when people listen to me and they go back and they watch all my interviews and everything, and when I'm talking, I want people to know that I put this in a historical aspect so you can truly see how venomous and poisonous that the Black Boule has been to the Black American community and how pivotal it is for us to not give a fuck and to get them out the paint. And that's why I was right here with my brother Melrose all damn day long. And I'm going to give a future applaud to all the future brothers and sisters who run their asses out the paint coming up here this summer, because it's going to happen. Y'all, man, all by himself, fam, with nobody to help him. And that's why he ended up getting caught. Absolutely. Pac was Gen X. You see what I'm talking about? This is what they did to the Gen Xers and half of the millennials. Okay. The senior millennials got caught up in this. The junior millennials, half and half. Because it's all historical, fam. It's all historical. And that's what ended up happening to him. So this is why we identify it. This is why we move them out the way. And this is why we stand on business. You're almost talking about each one, teach one. We all do a little. We all do a lot. The thing about this era is the camaraderie, y'all. It's the camaraderie. Oh, and by the way, let me ask this question to all my brothers and sisters in here. How many of you guys had a family member that was affected by the crack epidemic? How many of you guys have had a family member affected by the crack epidemic? I know I have. I know I have on both sides of my family horribly. Matter of fact, it changed the lives of a lot of people. And then I'll ask you guys this. What were the Democrats doing when that was happening? What were they doing? Was the Democrats telling you to vote blue no matter who? Was the Democrats telling you to get behind Joe Biden? Were they telling you to get behind Bill Clinton? I want you guys to think about all the horrible things that went on. I can quote Tupac again. Tupac said you have two Black communities. You have BC and then after. You have before crack. Before crack, it was a different world. After crack, now you're talking about the weapons, you're talking about the gangs. All of this was going on in the middle of Al Sharpton's prime and in the middle of Jesse Jackson's prime. Okay, right there. You too. Yep, absolutely. I've had uncles. Jail, drugs, gangbanging, family. I want you to understand. All of this was going on during Al Sharpton's prime. All of this was going on during Jesse Jackson's prime. The Jesse Jackson and the Al Sharpton that I know, they were always old to me, because I'm a little younger than the Gen Xers. But to the Gen Xers, y'all remember when they were young dudes and they were saying the same BS then that they were saying now. They never said nothing. Much love and respect to everybody. Much love and respect to everybody that had to deal with it. Fam, they gave us all of that stuff. And then what did they end up doing, y'all? They end up supporting the laws that put us away. Fam, that right there is open hostility. Tupac said it best. You first ship them dope, watch them deal to brothers, give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other. And the Boule was watching it happen and they didn't do anything. John Lewis was still talking about Selma. F him. Okay. Jesse Jackson was calling you a African-American. F him. Al Sharpton was running around here being a snitch. F him. Let me say it one more time, family. While they were putting drugs and weapons and gangs in our communities, John Lewis was running around here still talking about Selma. F him. Jesse Jackson was calling you an African. F him. And Al Sharpton was a snitch. F him. All of this was going on in the epicenter of what was happening to our communities while we were being shattered. And then they turned around and told us reverse racism. It ain't all that bad and you can't blame the W. And now they're trying to tell us y'all need to go vote so we can bring in illegals. Fam, it's treason, 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 and now we got to get their ass up out the paint. I can't put it to you any more clear than that, family. And we in here cooking. Let's go to work. We ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. Look at this, fam. And I'm glad I can bring to you guys that analogy of Tupac Shakur, because that hammers home the point very clear. But the energy now within the community has shifted to this. Watch this brother right here and watch what he says about the boule. This is where we are today.
And hey, yo, check this out, man. I just watched that whatever that shit is with the Black Congress, all them, and yo, they all need to be exterminated. Al Sharpton needs to get the fuck and sit his old ass down. Oh, motherfucker. Don't ask that goddamn woman, can she run again? You set your fucking coon, Al Sharpton. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I'm tired of them instead of keep trying to get here over talk us like we don't know what the fuck going on, man. And they still be doing that same dumb shit, bro. That shit be pissing me off like, yo, that shit really be pissing me the fuck off. They get up there and keep acting like we ain't just tell them we don't want them up there. If you gonna run again for, no, she ain't getting the fuck up there and you ain't even, you old bitch.
I'm just saying. People can get mad all they want to, but can you get mad at the brother for feeling the way he did? Fam, let me tell you something. Your words cannot compare to the horrible, hostile actions they have done. Somebody gonna come around and say, oh, we nah, what's the language? Why? I can say whatever I want to say in any way I want to say it. It can still never compete with them selling out our people. How many people have been unalived based on policies that the Democrats and the boule have supported, y'all? How many? So we're not playing them games. We will not be shamed for anything that we say. We will not be shamed for anything that we do. We stand in on certified business and we don't care. And family, speaking of that, there was a lot of stuff going on. There was a lot of stuff going on that was happening at that event. Let me show y'all what was popping at that event, y'all. I'm going to show y'all. Look at this right here. Fam, watch all of these things that the Democrats were talking about. Tell me one black first policy. By the way, there goes Alvin Bragg too.
This action, this illegal, aggressive action is being fueled by the money. So let's take the money back. Let's unmask them. Let's make sure they respect sensitive locations. Let's make sure they don't engage in deadly force. Let's make sure that they are dismantled. Let's get rid of ICE, America. Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of ICE. Let's get rid of ICE. Let's get rid of ICE, America. Let's get rid of it.
On it, but the SAVE Act, which should be called the Slave Act.
What?
Because when you have a master or a monarch, it's the same thing. And when you try to tell voters they should not have the power to vote unless they can prove their citizenship, when the state already proved it, and the Constitution gave the power to the state, and when at the same time they're coming for birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship is what black people won because we fought the Civil War, demanded the end of slavery, and insisted that we were citizens. That part. So
No. Sit down, fam. This little game that you an actor. You an actor, okay? Let's keep it real. Miss me with all that. Trying to use our plight. Y'all notice they always try to use our plight and they try to get tough like they care. All that fake energy. We black folk did this. Black folks did this. But you're using black folks to benefit Latino folks. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Don't use what black Americans done in the past so you can give immigrants a pass. Don't use what black Americans did in the past so you can give migrants a pass. Don't use what our ancestors done in the past so you can give refugees a pass.
So when you hear SAVE Act, no, it's Slave Act.
Wow.
Know that this is about coming for our power and knowing that we have prevented it from passing time and time again because we've worked together and asserted our power together. And we need you to continue to make those calls, speak it out loud, and tell them no, and make sure our communities know it ain't about saving, it's about enslaving.
I'm protecting people that don't even care to protect themselves. Because at the end of the day, I want better for my daughter. I want better for y'all children. I want better for us all. Like we have to leave a world for my 9-year-old. So I have to do everything I need to do, regardless if you believe it's right or so. 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 People that don't even care to protect themselves. I'm protecting people that don't even care to protect themselves. And we are living the consequence right now. Like you literally have a racist and a bigot in the White House. I mean, one that is not hiding it from you, will literally walk up on this stage today and tell you, oh, I don't think black people should have everything white people have.
When has Donald Trump ever said that? When, fam, this was an immigrant convention. This was an immigrant convention, black Americans. This had nothing to do with us. Listen to these lies. Not the SAVE Act, the Slave Act. And you wonder why Latinos run around here and they think we owe them something. Because the Boulé's been saying it. And she's talking about whether we know it or not, she's working for us. This is the McCleaver lady who ran up in an ICE facility and she pushed a security guard. She got charged. This is a damn pending felony right here, fam. This is a felon trying to talk to us. She feels so strong about Latinos, she went up in there and put her hands on an actual federal agent.
So whatever is going on right now in our immigrant population, we should care about, one, because it is our neighbors, it is our family, it is our friends, it is those we work with, those we practice faith walk with, but we also frankly need to care.
Family? Family? Who family? Ain't my family. Did she just say immigrants are our families? And by the way, look at this dude's bald spot. Goodness gracious. Man, boy, don't sit underneath lights no more. It's highlighting the hair you don't have. Damn.
Our family, it is our friends, it is those we work with, those we practice faith walk with, but we also frankly need to care because what is happening with them, we're next, we're next, we're next, we're next.
And this action, this illegal, aggressive action.
There you go. You knew it wouldn't be done until they said we're next. There you go, family. All of them are tethers. All of them are anti-Black American, and all of them are working with the Boule. Fam, it's straight up and down. You got to view the Boule and supremacy is the same because the Boule works for supremacy. You got to view tethers and supremacy the same because the tethers work for supremacy. And when you have the supremacists, the Boule and the tether, like you just seen right there, boom, what you got? And family, let me tell you about this. All that caping for Latinos, right, that they've been doing, Latinos have been out there rejecting them. Oh yeah, Al Sharpton is not respected by them. Al Sharpton tried to pull up about a year and a half ago down there to the border to talk that talk. And remember how he was talking all that tough talk when it came to my brother Melrose? Watch this dude get punked by a Latino and he don't say nothing. He gets punked by a Latino and he don't say a damn thing. Don't believe these fake tough guy stories. Al Sharpton is softer than Carnival cotton candy. He faker than Lee press-on nails. Watch this, fam.
Mr. Sharpton, why have you not been an advocate for the children that are being trafficked at the border right now, or all of the kids that are being brought over that have been drugged or sedated coming into the country, where up to 40% of the kids that have come across the border have gone missing? Where is your voice then? Why are you not speaking up for these children, sir? Why are you not being a voice for the children, for all the kids that have gone missing? Why are you not speaking up for the children that have gone missing within the government? Nobody's screaming in your face. Nobody's screaming in your face. Nobody's even talking to you.
To my left is the former U.S. ambassador to South Africa.
Why are you not being a voice for the children missing at the border? 40% of children that have come in unaccompanied are now missing from the border. Kids are being sedated at the U.S. border. Why are you not being a voice for the children?
Atlanta, Georgia, New Birth Baptist Church.
Must be mainstream.
Why are you studying racism where it doesn't exist?
No, address him, Al. I thought you said you don't tolerate people talking like this to you. Where that tough talk? Look at all this caping for Latinos. Didn't Jasmine Crockett do the same thing, family? Didn't she? And how did Latinos treat her? Watch him sitting there getting dogged. You ain't say nothing to Mr. Julio Gonzalez, so don't say nothing to my brother Melrose.
Why are you trying to come and provoke violence? Why are you here advocating for violence? Why are you here advocating for violence? Del Rio is not a racist city. Del Rio is a loving, caring community. We don't want your racism in Texas. Get out of here. Nobody wants to hear your racist nonsense in Del Rio. You're a racist. Nobody wants you in Texas. Nobody wants you in Texas. Why are you not a voice for the children that have gone missing at the border? Where is your voice then? Get out with your racism. Get out with your reverse racism. Get out of here. Texas does not want your nonsense. This is a loving community. We denounce your racism and your hatred. Get out of Texas. Get out of Texas. Be here for America.
Everywhere you go, Al, people don't like you. Even Mr. Taco Truck don't like you. Damn.
Where are you speaking up for Americans? Why do you not speak up for the American citizens? Why don't you speak up for the children that are being trafficked through the border? Why are you not a voice for the 40% of children that have gone missing this year alone? Stop with the race baiting. Del Rio will not come to you. Nonsense. Del Rio is not a racist community. Our border patrol agents are not racist. Our border patrol agents are heroes. Our border patrol.
He's still clowning you, Al. I thought you said you was gonna give the best civil rights nonviolent beatdown. Where that nonviolent beatdown? I'm waiting, fam. I'm still waiting. Didn't he say that he was gonna do something? I'm still waiting to see what that something is, because that something looked like a hell of a lot of nothing. Where's that beatdown that you said you was gonna do, Al? Because we waiting. And if Mr. Taco Truck is saying that to you, you know you don't want no smoke with Black Americans.
Our agents are heroes. Our border patrol agents are heroes. Our border patrol agents are heroes. Our border patrol agents are heroes. Get out of here. Del Rio denounces your racism and bigotry. Get out of here.
Right. Keep it off. Thank you.
Yeah, there's one gun for everybody. Why are you not being a voice for the children? Why don't you advocate for children, man? Huh? Look at me. Why don't you advocate?
Look at his hair. Fam, look at his hair. All you see is this man's perm. Hey, he a perm and he's trying to squirm to get away.
Advocate for the children.
Look at his hair, fam. His perm is blowing in the wind. He trying to get away from that burrito. That burrito got this man so scared, y'all. He's so afraid of the burrito and the tortilla. His perm is blowing in the wind to get away.
Look at me, little coward. Look at me. You coward.
He called him a coward. Fam. Oh, no, you going to get this work. You going to get this work. Y'all hearing Mr. Tortilla called Al Sharpton a coward? Did Al Sharpton give him one of them civil rights nonviolent beatdowns that he was talking about? Or is he trying to get away with his perm squirming in the wind? You ain't gonna do nothing but take that perm and get in that damn car and leave.
Why don't you advocate for the children? Look at me, little coward. Look at me. You coward. You coward. You coward. You're a coward, Al Sharpton.
There you go. There you go. He ain't do nothing. He ain't say nothing. I thought he was gonna get busy. I thought he said that he was gonna get busy, but he wasn't. Okay? Ain't nobody more weak than some of these Democratic shills and all the boule. All their asses. They all weak. They ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna talk that talk, but see, talk, because they ain't ever gonna do nothing about it, y'all. Never. So you see already right then and there, fam, he was getting checked. Fam, he was running all that talk, but just in this broadcast, I already showed y'all him getting checked twice. The brothers checked him in Baltimore, and then now you seeing people out there checking this dude out there in Texas some damn where they checking him. Everywhere you turn around, Al Sharpton getting checked. Damn, Al Sharpton, are you going to ever do anything, or you just going to run your mouth? Exactly, you're going to run your mouth because you know better. You know better. I mean, damn, fam, we can put together a highlight reel of Al Sharpton getting checked. He ain't done nothing because that's exactly how it is. And everybody knows exactly who he is. And when we tell everybody we know exactly who he is, let's talk about it for a second, my brothers and sisters. Can we talk about Al Sharpton and us knowing exactly who he is? See, Al Sharpton is bigger than just Boule. Al Sharpton has always been a tattletale. He's a snitch. He'll tell on you, family, quick, fast, in a hurry. Al Sharpton knows that we've been on to him, and Al Sharpton knows that we've been exposing him. And Al Sharpton has videos where he's sitting there telling on everybody. Yes, the hell he was. And I'm about to show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Al Sharpton was a federal informant, and I'm going to tell you what, family, Al Sharpton is still a federal informant today. See, Al Sharpton wasn't just a snitch back in the 1980s. He's been working with them the whole time. And you tend to see this a lot of times with the boule. What does everybody talk about with Jesse Jackson and smearing something on him after Dr. Martin Luther King was unalived? Sounds like you've been working with them boys. Al Sharpton, literally on camera, telling on people, been working with them boys. That's why the first thing he did was throw out the term agent, is because he wants to project that on somebody else, because in reality, that's who he's always been. Yes, Al Sharpton and the boule, typically when you encounter these people are all agents, fam. Everybody who runs around and tries to say that foundational Black Americans is the feds, they're the feds. That's why they're saying it. It's a simple case of projection. And what I tell you about their projection, I told you, their projection gets met with our rejection because we send it right back to them. Al Sharpton tried to get our great sister Assata Shakur locked away. And at the same time, Al Sharpton tried to get Mutulu Shakur. This is why they didn't have no love for Tupac, because hell, they was trying to lock up Tupac's family members. Yes, the hell they were. Family, everybody knows that Al Sharpton is a snitch.
Does an FBI, the Smoking Gun website, is reporting that the Reverend Al Sharpton, a.k.a. President Obama's #1 cheerleader, that he worked as an FBI informant spying on New York mob figures back in the 1980s. Now, the report, which was featured on the cover of today's New York Post, said Sharpton secretly recorded conversations that he had with the mob. Earlier today, he responded to those allegations during a press conference. Take a look.
I was not and am not a rat because I wasn't with the rats. I was never told I was an informant with a number. So in my own mind, I was not an informant. I was cooperating with investigations.
Now, tonight, we also have gotten our hands on an HBO Sports video of an undercover FBI agent acting as a drug trafficker negotiating a cocaine deal with none other than Al Sharpton himself. Take a look at this.
I can get a on 99 for about 35,000 a kilo, but I gotta get more than one.
Is that you, Al? Is that you with the cowboy hat on, Al? Was you telling? Was you snitching, Al Sharpton? Dude, we caught you red-handed. Was you running around here speaking about other people when it applies to you? You damn right. Fam, look at this man. Look at him out there telling. That man was super snitching. He was going to tell on the whole damn block. Don't get it tangled and twisted. The boule has always been in the pockets of the dominant society because they've always been the tap dancers for the dominant society. Yes, the hell they are. That's Al Sharpton, y'all.
Right. I mean, we're going to do this thing. It's about a chance. What's the real? 10 kilograms is like it's $350,000. That's a drop in the bucket. We can go bigger. Every kilogram we bring in 3,500 kilos. So we bring in 10.
Damn! They was talking about kilos. So the same time that the boule was allowing the dominant society to put that stuff in our community is the same time where Al Sharpton was buying the product. Can you make this up, Black Americans? Nope. Did we already know this? Yep. Are you seeing it for what it's worth? Damn right. This man had a problem and he turned into a snitch.
He's going to do, he'll do much more. He can do it, 100 times over. Like the supplier, 100 times over.
Now, that video is reportedly from 1983, and after it aired, Al Sharpton threatened to sue HBO for millions of dollars.
There you go.
He worked as an...
There you go, fam. Al Sharpton was out there cutting them deals because Al Sharpton was out there doing that work. Oh, these people are the bottom of the bottom. These are the bottom dwellers, fam. You can't change none of that. Dude had a cowboy hat telling everything, wasn't he? Wasn't he telling everything? He was telling on everybody. Yep. Because they've been working with him. He's still working with him now. Why do you think, family, these individuals always somehow, let's talk. Let's chop it up. Somehow, Black Lives Matter, they end up stealing billions of dollars. Nobody really goes to jail for it. Al Sharpton is out there making drug deals, never went to jail for it. NAACP violates their own charter, never goes to jail for it. Go look at all these people, fam, and see how they never go to jail for open crimes. And then you can see that these Boule individuals been working with them folks the whole damn time, y'all. Al Sharpton has been that way. Anytime you see these people who are Boule fam, they are straight up working. And matter of fact, one of the damn Italian dudes came out, and the damn Italian dude told you what it is. He was telling everybody that Al Sharpton was snitching on people. Watch this right here.
In the interim, Al Sharpton goes up to their offices. Reggie and Victor Guerrero's are, remember, Victor Guerrero's an undercover FBI agent. His real name is Victor Quintana, but back then it was Guerrero. And in the meeting, Al Sharpton proposes a drug deal to them. He's got a big cowboy hat on, he's smoking a cigar, and he's talking about drugs in some way. This is all on videotape, and it's been seen on Brian Gumbel's Real Sports. So whatever I'm telling you, again, it's all documented. As a result of this meeting, that Al Sharpton became an informant afterwards, because the government came to him and said, hey, you're trying to propose a drug deal, and they turned him into an informant at that time, 100%. Al denies it, and then he admitted, then he denies it. Look, you got to give Al credit. I mean, he is a good talker. Look where he is now, visiting, or he was visiting with Obama. He's made a name for himself. So, hey, if he really has changed his life, who am I to doubt that? Good for him. In the interim.
Damn, even the Italians is calling you out, bruh. Even the Italians see exactly who you are. You was out there snitching on folks because you got caught trying to buy some work. Hell yeah, there's no reason any of these people should ever be mentioning Black Americans. Why? These people are criminals. These criminals ain't got no business talking about what Black Americans have done, will do. These people don't need to be in front of the camera. They don't need to lead us, other than they're being put in front of the camera to mislead us, because somebody has to keep down Black American organic energy. See, organic energy is what changes the world. Organic energy is what makes everybody afraid of foundational. Anytime our energy is organic like it is now, we win and we accomplish great things. They have to try to subdue it by bringing in these people to talk that. Al Sharpton was telling on every goddamn body. Again, y'all, look at Al Sharpton and you can see off rip what he was on. And family, I got even further receipts on Mr. Al Sharpton. You damn right I do. Because Al Sharpton's paperwork goes back a long time. Y'all look at the screen right here. This right here are an investigation from that, I want to say, Giovanni family. And in their own case, you see them start bringing up Al Sharpton. Yep. They were watching that family. And through them watching that family, they start to see even more further documents on Al Sharpton. This is all verified, family. This is Black Alpha Network, #1 activist. When he was sitting up in there right there, y'all, he was telling tales on every damn body. Hell yeah, he was. So not only did he have his own particular case, he also had a case where they were following other people and they were seeing what Al Sharpton was talking about then. Yes, the hell they were. And guess what, fam? All of these were being redacted. Who was redacting these things? It was his slave master that was redacting it. Yes, you even hear about the comedian Rodney Dangerfield was being watched in these documents. It blew my mind because Rodney Dangerfield was plugged in with that Giovanni family. And while they were investigating them, they came across him. And when they came across him, they knew that he was out there the whole time misleading Black Americans. They been had all the documentation on Al Sharpton, fam. Everybody had it. These videos always existed. This goes back to the early 80s, and it just got unearthed in 2014, y'all. But let Black Alpha show you something even further. Look at some of the documentation that we found even more. Look at this, y'all. CI7, Al Sharpton, the FBI, and the Mafia. Yep. This man is a cold-hearted criminal. He's a Boule criminal, okay? And his only crime is no longer being the person who ate all the food. It's even further. Look at this. Extensive FBI records release requests, basically through the Freedom of Information Act. This is the Freedom of Information Act, okay? So this is as verified as you can be. Identify Sharpton as CI7 in the early 80s. The FBI reportedly flipped Sharpton after he was caught on video discussing a cocaine deal with an undercover agent. Yes, watch even further, fam. Al Sharpton was running around here trying to set up a lot of Black folks, y'all. Yes, look at this. Al Sharpton has addressed these documents publicly. He admits to cooperating with the FBI, but refuses the informant label. He sought out federal help after being threatened by music industry goons who were connected to the mob. He claims he was cooperating, snitching, with an investigation, snitching into criminal elements targeting the black community. One more time, y'all. Criminal elements targeting the black community rather than being a criminal who snitched to save himself. He was working with people who were trying to harm Black America. Fam, why do you think he was plugged in with them Italians? Because a lot of those Italians were selling a lot of that stuff to the Black community. You mean to tell me while we had this epidemic that we referred to earlier that affected about 90% of y'all in the chat's families, including myself, Al Sharpton was plugged in with some of the communities that were putting that into our communities? And then he got found by the FBI and became an informant. So basically, Al Sharpton was a willing participant in the crack epidemic, but he was working for the opposite side for Black America. Oh, that's why he never said nothing about this going on. Damn, no surprise. Guess who else Al Sharpton tried to bring down? Don King. Yes. While Don King is primarily known for boxing, the FBI investigation looked into how he organized crime, used sports and entertainment in promotion and money. Sharpton reportedly introduced undercover FBI agents to Don King. Damn. He was coming after Don King. He participated in a string of operations where he, as an undercover agent, met with Michael Franzi, a Colombian family capo. How the hell you get plugged in with everybody who had some type of connection to the crack epidemic? Oh, Black Alpha gonna go deeper than everybody else went. Damn the surface, we gonna go into the roots because that's all I do, baby. Number one. So he introduced Don King to all of these people that he was already plugged in with. Fam, I've already showed you 3 Italian families that he was clicked in with. And he was going after Don King. Don King, who's a boxing promoter. He was trying to bring down a Black man. Notice how this started off with him working with them boys trying to get some drugs. Now it turned into him trying to bring down Black folks. Notice how quick this turned into anti-Black. Notice how quick this turned into bringing down Black Americans. Let's go even further. By the way, where's Don King from? Is he from Ohio? I think Don King's from Ohio. If somebody can let me know, tell me where Don King is from. I believe Don King is from Ohio. I may be mistaken. Let me know where Don King is at. But Don King was the guy who took promotion away from the Italians. Let me see y'all face real fast, brothers and sisters, before I get to the Assata Shakur part of this story. Work with me now. You think it's a coincidence that Al Sharpton, during the drug epidemic of the 1980s that affected our communities directly and specifically, he's plugged into all these Italian families? Who used to control boxing promotion? Italian families. Who was the first promoter to take away the power from the Italian families? Don King. Who is Al Sharpton clicked in with going after a Black man? The same Italians who don't like Don King. So do you see how you can connect all the dots? You can do it with your eyes closed, one hand tied behind your back, family. It's very simple and plain. The man seen how Don King was taking the power away from the Italian promoters because the Italian promoters couldn't stand Don King. He's from Cleveland. Okay, so he's from my area. They didn't like Don King, the Italian promoters. Remember, y'all, all you saw was the Italian promoters all throughout the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. They was making people throw fights and all that stuff. When Don King came around, he was the one running around here throwing his arms around women and saying, right here, only in America. Don King used to be trolling a lot of those W's, fam. He had his little American flag. Y'all remember? How many of my brothers and sisters remember? Remember that, fam? He would have, Rocky's people, absolutely. He'd be waving that little flag. See, Don King was really doing what we're kind of doing now. I'm going to tell you what that is. We're standing on patriotism. See, they can get mad at you all they want to, but when you're standing on patriotism, that burns them. They can't tolerate that. They want Black Americans to say we're Africans so they can say, good, you ain't got no say-so. Close the door in their face. Remember, they're Africans. When Don King was running around here throwing his arms around 2 women and having that American flag saying, right here in America, the greatest country in the world. Remember, living in America. All of that, That's what Don King used to come out to, and he had that smile on his face, right? And he'd be waving that flag. The Italians didn't like that. Think about it, y'all. You heard about the Italians until Don King started popping up in the 70s. And in the 80s, he owned it. And now he done did some stuff. But whatever he did, they didn't like because he took it away from them. So let me go back to it, fam. Out of nowhere, you see Don King come to rise, and Al Sharpton is teaming up with the damn Italians to bring down Don King. Now let's look at Assata Shakur. Summary of the connection, family. This is going to get very diabolical. Lock in. The link between them is mostly of contrast. Assata Shakur is the ultimate target of the FBI's long-term surveillance and pursuit. Al Sharpton is a high-profile activist who was revealed to have worked within the same FBI system as a confidential source during the rise. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show y'all how he tried to set him up for a trap. The allegation of the trap at the Apollo. In 1988, a report established in Newsday and later discussed by activist Elbaum Barath at the Apollo Theater alleged that Sharpton attempted to locate Assata Shakur on behalf of the FBI. The claim, it was alleged that Sharpton reached out to associates of the Black Liberation Army, Assata Shakur, Mutulu Shakur, a lot of the brothers up there on the East Coast, the ones that broke Assata out of prison, claiming he wanted to provide support or financial assistance to Shakur, who had escaped to Cuba. So Al Sharpton tried to reach out to the brothers in the Black Liberation Army and say, hey, I want to give some money to Assata. I love Assata. Tell me where she is, and I will give her a lot of money. Y'all know the same people who come around us and say, hey, I'm here to help. Here's some money for you. He was trying to set up a trap. They got it located to the time, the date, and at the Apollo Theater, family. He was trying to get Assata in Cuba in the 80s. He was trying to get our sister, fam. He even reached out to the Black Liberation Army. This is as bum as you can be. This man is more than a snitch, more than an informant, y'all. This runs way deeper. This man was out there really trying to act like he was helping her and trying to set her up for the trap. I told y'all this turned very anti-Black, didn't it? The trap. Activists claim that this was an attempt to lure her into a situation where she could be captured or identified by the underground network that assisted her. The technical detail. Some reports from that time suggested that during the meeting with activists, Sharpton's television or other electronic equipment was rigged by the FBI to record conversations even when turned off. Damn, this is diabolical, fam. So the brothers and sisters said, hold up. Your TV is bugged. Even when your TV is turned off, you don't got these many details unless it's true. I'm just saying. Especially with Al Sharpton, who has a horrible track record. This man started off trying to get some drugs, turned into an informant, which turned into him being clicked up with Italians, which turned into him going after Don King, which turned into him trying to lure Assata Shakur in and having a bug television set. Watch this, family. Watch even further how this man is diabolical. Just as with Assata Shakur, there have been long-standing rumors and allegations in the activist community that Sharpton's work as an FBI informant, CI7, assisted the government in capturing Mutulu Shakur or targeting his network. Rest in peace to the great Mutulu Shakur. Damn, so it didn't just stop with Assata. Nope. They tried the same thing on Mutulu. So when they couldn't get Assata, he turned around and he tried to get Mutulu Shakur. The timeline. Mutulu Shakur went underground in 1982 after being added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list. Al Sharpton's documented cooperation with the FBI, working with the Genovese family and figures like Joe Pagnigo, began around 1983. So family, in 1983 is when he started working with them folk. And in 1982 is when you seen our brother Mutulu go underground. And in 1988, he tried to bring in Assata Shakur, while all simultaneously, he was trying to stop Don King. This man is beyond a federal informant, y'all. This man is beyond all of this. This man is completely connected. And this is what they call it, the Apollo meeting. In 1988, activists exposed him and how he had his television. They were plugged into monitors to lure everyone in. This man is an op. This man is a snitch. This man is an open, active, hostile member of the Democratic Boule, and he's never served Black American people. This is why certified foundational Black Americans are doing exactly what we're doing right damn now. We checking him. And that's why my brother Melrose checked him. And this is why we on a regulator tour. And it's coming to a city near you, because these people's time of being in our community is done. And every time you see one of them, I want you to make sure that you check them on site and let them know that the days of the Boule are over and the days of certified Black society is in full damn motion, y'all. You see what I'm talking about? After what I just showed you there, family, it's only simple and only natural you can connect the dots that this man is a Boule member working with the feds, trying to bring in Assata all the way to Mutulu, trying to bring down Don King, and who else just didn't make the papers, y'all. Shout out to all the activists back then. See, this is what I was telling everybody earlier when I talked generations. The brothers and sisters back then from the Black Liberation Army and some of the other activists, they weren't rocking with him. See, they knew this ain't nothing new, y'all. All this talk that we doing right now about Al Sharpton, we been on this. We Black Americans. Ain't no Black American rock with Al Sharpton ever. I'm here to tell everybody out there, all his little handlers who pay him, I'm here to let you know, you're wasting your damn money on Al Sharpton, because Black Americans ain't never like Al Sharpton. Black Americans been exposing him, clowning him, and roasting him in our houses, at our barbecues, at our family reunions, and every time we see that damn perm bobblehead, we been checking Al Sharpton. He's never had no love in the Black American community, because we always knew he was a counterfeit sellout from the Boule since day one. And the brothers and sisters back then in the 80s knew exactly what he was. That's why they said, hold up, your TV is bugged. Hold up, you trying to stop us. Hold up, who you working for? So it looked like they was gatekeeping back then, the same way we gatekeeping now. And the fact that we gatekeeping now got everybody effed up. And we're going to keep on effing them up, because we're going to keep on regulating the way certifieds do, fam. That's how we get down. And I'm loving the energy from all my brothers and sisters right now. Everybody smash the like button if you in here. I told you we was going to go to work. I told you it was going to be a classic, because that's all we do. And family, I want you to notice this. His hustle and con game flows with where we go. So we on a delineation movement. So now if you notice, it ain't about the Mutulus and the Assatas. And it ain't about the Don Kings. Now it's about anti-delineation. Now it's about anti-reparations. Do you see how Al Sharpton goes with wherever the grassroots is going? See, when the foundational Black American grassroots in the 1980s was doing things like the Black Liberation, the Black Panther Party, they were going underground. That's who he targeted. And now, when foundational Black Americans are talking about delineation, regulating, and separating, and representing our lineage, now that's who he targets. Notice, y'all, and this lets you know that he's a Fed informant, agent, Boule, is the fact that everything that he's saying goes in complete against what we're doing now. Whatever we do, he goes and he tries to get in front of it. This lets you know who these people are. Always find out who the people are that are opposing what you're doing, and then now you found the mole. So now, family, he's running around here and he's anti-delineation. And he's saying that Black Americans basically shouldn't celebrate America. He went from stopping Assata to stopping delineation. Absolutely. COINTELPRO 2.0. Exactly. Watch this.
They're going to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the country July 4th. But that's not our celebration. We were slaves then. And they celebrate signing the Declaration of Independence 1776. We were not even emancipated until 1863. So I don't know what everybody getting ready for a celebration You know, that it seems crazy for me to have on the birthday hat at your birthday party. That ain't my party.
Why didn't you say this 5 years ago? Why now does he want to not celebrate America? He never said this before until we started standing on American business. Soon as we start talking about our lineage, soon as we start talking about we built the country, now he don't want us to celebrate the country. In the 80s, it was targeting the black groups that were underground, and now it's targeting the delineation movement. He could have said all this 5 years ago. What's the change up, Ancient Al?
I don't know what everybody getting ready for a celebration. You know, that it seems crazy for me to have on the birthday hat at your birthday party. That ain't my party. In fact, I'm thinking Saturday when I do my address to the convention, they're calling for something on July 4th, like Frederick Douglass did. Why should we be celebrating that? We may need to do our own rally in Philly or somewhere that day.
Oh, you better not. You better not. Oh, matter of fact, do it, please. I dare you to. I want you to have a rally and see how many certified show up. This time, my brother Melrose going to be there with probably about 300, 400 guys, and they go way in. Trust me. Watch it. Go ahead. I got 400,000 guys, and they go way in. Watch yourself. Go ahead and run that game. But notice, y'all, out of nowhere, Al Sharpton is anti-America. He said we shouldn't celebrate. Family, they wouldn't be talking like that if we weren't standing on delineation. Delineation, fam. This is where it is. They're only saying that because we represented our country. This is what it, now they don't want us to be Americans. But weren't they just saying we were African Americans? So when it's African American, celebrate. When it's foundational Black American, we don't need to. That shows you how the boule moves and operates, fam. They just follow where we are, follow what we do, and then boom, that's what you get. And let me show y'all this. This right here sums it up very well. They ain't changing nothing that we doing. Watch this.
See Al Sharpton's psychological warfare against Black people.
They're going to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the country July 4th. But that's not our celebration. We were slaves then. And they celebrate signing the Declaration of Independence 1776. We were not even emancipated until 1863. So I don't know what everybody getting ready for a celebration.
You know why, Al Sharpton? You know why? Because it is no longer 1863. It is no longer 1963. We are in 2026. I detest anyone who constantly tries to make Black people reject being an American, celebrating being an American. Yes, our country has a history of participating in slavery. Yes, our country has a history of disenfranchisement. And our ancestors fought extremely hard to be where we are today in 2026. So why would I denounce and reject the country that my ancestors fought so hard for us to be part of? It is extremely clear that people like Al Sharpton wants the Black community to hate this country. You can love this country.
Oh, stop, fam. How long we been saying that? How long have we been saying that the Democrats want Black Americans to hate America? Y'all remember whenever the Democrats were in office and they was putting all that stuff in our communities, they wanted us to love America. Have y'all noticed that? Notice how much the Democrats want Black Americans to hate America when they were the main ones telling us we got to love America. It may not be the best thing, but it's the only thing we got. How many of y'all remember that? That was the turn the other cheek. Isn't it funny that they're no longer talking about turn the other cheek? Isn't it funny that they're no longer talking about we need to just accept America and all the bad apples? Isn't it funny once we stand on American business, they want us to hate America? But when we were getting brutalized, they wanted us to forgive America? Let me go back even further to what she just said.
Denounce and reject the country that my ancestors fought so hard for us to be part of. It is extremely clear that people like Al Sharpton wants the Black community to hate this country. You can love this country and still be critical of it. I believe it was James Baldwin who said that because I love my country is the reason why I perpetually criticize it. You can still be part of American history. You are American history. You do not have to separate yourself from these celebrations. And if you continue to listen to people like Al Sharpton, you will be miserable and oppressed for the rest of your life.
There you go. There you go, Black Americans. There you go. See, I love talking to the younger folks, fam, because the younger folks got to hear this because they're seeing people flip-flop, okay? There's so much flip-flopping going on in America, and I want the young folks to know it wasn't always like this, okay? See, when Pan-Africanism was running around here, they used to tell us to accept America. Let's go there for all my people in here. Let's chop it up, okay? Let's chop it up. They used to tell us to love America, turn the other cheek. It may be bad, but it's the only country we have. We need to just accept it. All that get beat down, be broke, be poor, and one day you'll live to see your family do good. That was what they loved on Black Americans. They wanted us to accept America of servitude and being a second, third class citizen and being docile. That's what they loved. They only wanted to highlight the ill wills that we faced in America. Let's talk about civil rights. Let's talk about slavery. Let's not talk about nothing else. See, whenever they can only talk to us about civil rights or slavery or us being brutalized, they loved us being Americans. Whenever they could tell us turn the other cheek, get beat up, just accept the pain, they loved us being Americans. Soon as we said hell no to all of that, and then we look beyond slavery and the civil rights and seeing all the great things that we accomplished, like building the country. Soon as we start doing that, standing on lineage business as foundational Black Americans, now the Democrats flip-flop and they tell us we don't need to celebrate the country and we need to leave the country and how bad this country is. They never told us how bad this country is when Al Sharpton was buying drugs and being a federal informant during the crack epidemic that harmed our communities. They wanted us to love America then. But now, when we saying we built this thing, we certified, we maintain and sustain it, we are the life of America. Now it's we need to leave because America's bad. We're not falling for your con games. Get the hell out of Dodge. Black Americans represent this thing to the maximum. And that's what's effing everybody up. Think about what they attack and you can see where we're strong. Foundational. They hate that term because it's powerful for us. Black. They hate that term because it's powerful for us. And America. They hate that because it's powerful for us. And if you put it all together, foundational Black American, that is extremely powerful. And they are petrified because we got it on lock. This is what they've been doing. And guess who else they sent out, y'all? I'm going to show y'all somebody else they sent out. This person said America's janky. Oh, yeah. Let me show y'all an individual that y'all ain't seen in a while. And she just popped up out of nowhere. And she's talking all that America is bad. Y'all look at Michelle Obama. Look at Michelle Obama, y'all. Michelle Obama just came out and she said, America is a janky country. I thought it was yes, we can. I thought it was one day we will all be free. What happened to all the hope and change from Obama? That proves my point, y'all. When Barack Obama was president, it was hope and change and yes, we can. Now that we're delineating, it's America's janky. Watch this.
Talk about how do you feel about the country? There are versions of the country that happen, right? And the new version doesn't make the old one bad. It's necessary for growth. And I think we're in just a janky version, right?
Yeah, janky's right.
It's a janky version right now.
May I curse, Mr. Obama?
You may.
Yeah, it's jank right now. It's super jank.
Yes. Yeah, it's very.
He's not gonna be happy with that. But I couldn't find another adjective. I couldn't.
How you gonna say America's janky? You shouldn't even beat this man. Look at bucking his eyes, fam. Look at these people. You're married to a Kenyan, okay, and the other guy looks like an East Indian. Look at these people talking about our great country, family. Y'all see what I'm talking about? It's janky now? Where did all this anti-Americanism come from?
Country. There are versions of the country that happen, right? And the new version doesn't make the old one bad. It's necessary for growth. And I think we're in just a janky version, right?
Yeah, janky's right.
It's a janky version right now.
May I curse, Mr. Obama?
You may.
Yeah, it's jank right now. It's super jank.
Yes. Yeah, it's very.
He's not gonna be happy with that. But I couldn't find another like adjective. I couldn't find another similar metaphor here.
But with each, with each version, we learn something about ourselves as a country. And I'm kind of digging the way folks are beginning to respond. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Minnesota, powerful stuff. I mean, it was a powerful reminder of what a community.
What, scammers? That's what you like about Minnesota? You don't like what Black Americans have done? You don't like how we persevered through all the pain and suffering, rain, sleet, hail, snow, that we stood on business? You from the south side of Chicago. You ain't got to look far for Black excellence. You talking about Minnesota with Somalians? When we sit here talking about standing on business for the whole community, y'all see what I'm talking about? She basically says, I don't see nothing great in Black people. I only see greatness in illegals. Say it for what it is, Michelle.
If people can do and are willing to do to protect one another.
Yeah.
When you're not so janky, you don't have to prove that, right? And so we haven't been this janky for a while. And I think our muscle of understanding our truth just got a little lax. We started taking things for granted.
No, we was listening to people like your damn husband, who's a non-foundational Black American, run around here and talk all that nonsense. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. My brothers and sisters, do you see how these people hate America? Who would have thought that we'd see the day where the Democrats cannot stand America? You know why? It's because we have delineated. And this is all a response to our delineation. They want us to not delineate, so therefore they're trying to tell us that we, as foundational Black Americans, have nothing to be proud of. But the scammers in Minnesota have so much to be proud of. Delineation is messing everything up. Delineation done kicked the damn dough in, you know what I'm saying? Done snatched a couple wigs off, done threw the wigs on the damn chandelier and the ceiling fan. They wigs are doing this right now, fam. FBA and delineation, woo, we dangerous, y'all. Super dangerous. We done some things that they was not ready for at all. And I'm loving every single second of it. Why do I love every single second of it, family? It's because the power is all within us. Notice they got to respond to us. Al Sharpton had to respond to Melrose. Melrose didn't respond to him. Melrose was clowning dude. So do you see the way that these individuals got to come out here and disrespect us? That is all because we are winning and they know it. You go look at somebody's face and look at them in their eyes, and that's going to tell you the true winner. Damn all the chirping. That's just talk. Somebody talk all damn day long with a swole eye, jaw dislocated, okay, with crutches. You can talk, but you got your kicked. That's really what the boule is right now. They're talking, but they got they kicked. And foundational Black Americans, we out here two-stepping. That's the difference. And, there's somebody else out there that has been running around here talking about all these different things and trying to speak on FBA's plight. And there's another non-FBA, and we've exposed this individual. Let's talk about Collie Green Kamala, because she was out there, fam, doing the same damn thing that we're talking about. Oh, I told y'all, this non-Action Network convention was a tethercrat, a boule, an op, a smut, a tap dancer, whole gathering. And it was all to stop FBA, but FBA ended up just clowning them. Y'all watch Kamala right here and tell me who is watching who.
You know how I was talking earlier about how people are so transactional? I think we need to be transactional voters. I think, yes, it is right when we are trying to get folks to register to vote and to go vote, and it is absolutely right that we remind everyone of our history, especially when they're trying to erase it. We remind people of the lives, the bloodshed on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, the sacrifice of those young people at the lunch counter, the assassination of Dr. King. There are so many things that we must remember about history so that what compels us to vote includes not only our civic duty, but honoring the ancestors. Yes, and
the ancestors? Honoring the ancestors? What you mean, your ancestors in India? Because my ancestors aren't your ancestors. Notice this woman is talking straight up FBA grassroots talk, and she can't get it out right. She choking on it. Let me tell you something. You can try to talk like you a foundational Black American, but I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't going to go too good. The ancestors. Fam, Nobody was talking about honoring the ancestors until we did. Where was all this honoring the ancestors talk before? I didn't hear anybody talking about honoring the ancestors. Why now, out of nowhere, is she talking about honoring the ancestors? Nobody gave a damn about the ancestors. Remember, you're talking about the ancestors that y'all said illegals built America. Don't talk about my ancestors now when y'all were just telling us that somebody else's ancestors built America. There is nobody more disrespected than foundational Black American ancestors. Don't talk about votes being transactional. Don't talk about honoring the ancestors. Those are the two things we told you while we was going to vote for the couch, because y'all don't do it. These folks, these folks think they going to just hustle us in broad daylight. Nah, bruh.
There are so many things that we must remember about history so that what compels us to vote includes not only our civic duty, but honoring the ancestors. Yes, and here's, but honoring the ancestors, honoring the ancestors, honoring the ancestors. Yes, and here's what I'm suggesting in addition. Get yours. Vote and say, I'm voting because I expect something out of this. You're not going to take for granted that I'm going to vote because I'm a good citizen and it's my civic duty to vote, so that you don't even worry about whether you're producing what I need because, oh, we can count on them to vote because they remember the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
And the worst con game of the millennium goes to Collard Green Kamala. Who the hell you think you fooling with that one? If you don't try again, y'all just got back from the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and they was on the Edmund Pettus Bridge talking about saving illegal immigrants just a month ago. Miss me with that. And when we told y'all that we want something for our vote, y'all said, you stupid fools, you simple Simons, we need to vote blue no matter who. And when we was talking about the ancestors, you was talking about Tortilla Selena's ancestors, because you and Tortilla Selena's ancestors are not our ancestors, because our ancestors are foundational Black Americans. You not gonna take our talking points, drink you some Punjabi passion, get S-face drunk, pass out, and then just make it act like you came up with it. Bout ain't, bout won't, bout can't, not happening, Collard Green Kamala.
I'm saying it's okay to also give people permission to be transactional.
Permission?
And to say, if you're going to get my vote, this is what I expect.
Permission? Shit. We gave ourselves our own permission. We not need you. We ruined your career.
I'm going to vote because I expect to get something out of this. I'm going to get mine by voting. That's what I would offer. I think it's okay to give people permission to be transactional voters. You know how I was talking earlier?
Give people permission to be transactional voters. Let me tell you something, okay? As a matter of fact, if you can't understand the words that are coming from my mouth, I got a little bit of sign language that you might understand better, Collard Green Kamala. We don't need your permission. We don't need nothing. I'll tell you what you need. You need the Black vote. And the Black vote didn't turn out for you. So therefore, your career got ruined. So you got to remember, y'all, she's trying to use foundational Black American grassroots talking points. So doesn't that tell you that foundational Black Americans in the grassroots are winning? I'm always telling everybody, every single broadcast, every time y'all talk to me, every space, when I see y'all on the streets, we winning. And we are winning in dominant fashion. And that's why they're using our talking points and trying to regurgitate them back to us. And we laughing at them while they're doing it, because don't nobody believe you, Collard Green Kamala. But what we do know is that her career is over because of us. Al Sharpton never had a career because of us. And foundational Black Americans are ascending because of us and the grassroots, y'all. The community is with the right people, and those people are not our people, if you feel me. And I'm going to tell you even further, fam, what these individuals doing. Shout out to somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat said she's doing just like Godfrey did. And I seen something that came across my timeline. I don't know if the sister's in the chat, but she follows me on X. She said that she tried to write Godfrey and make a statement to Godfrey, and Godfrey came at her very disrespectful. Y'all look at this right here, y'all. Look at this. A sister checked Godfrey about some of his statements and how disrespectful he be. And do y'all know Godfrey responded to this sister and told her to shut the F up? Yes, the hell he did, y'all. Yes, the hell he did. This is what we've been saying. So all those, well, Godfrey cool now. Don't say that about Godfrey. I like Godfrey. He's funny. All them Let Godfrey Talks, because I know some of them is in here right now. All them Let Godfrey Talks people. I want you to look at this screen right now. Shout out to that sister. I do not know her handle. I do not know it. I wish I did, because I would give it to y'all. But she said she kind of hollered at Godfrey on some, why you getting tough with, FBA? Matter of fact, this was a response. That right there is a response to what the sister had said. I'm going to show y'all what the sister said. That was a brother who came to defend that sister. Okay, I'm going to show y'all what Godfrey said, though. The brother ended up responding. That's a response. The brother was like, why you getting tough with our sister, What you talking about? This is the second time people let Godfrey get a little reckless with his mouth. Look at this right here. The sister was basically saying, you out here talking about Harlow and all these damn people. How come you ain't applying that to yourself? Godfrey responded and told her, shut the F up. You see it? Look at this on your screen, fam. The sister responded and said, you need to take your own advice. You don't have to respect Black American culture and feel free to tell me to shut the F up to my face. I know you think Black American people are a monolithic people that you can tether on to us consistently, but I'm one of those Black American women with the influence to make you finally stop attaching us to your weirdo cocaine-induced rants. Watch your mouth, clown, and buckle your seatbelt. The sister responded. Y'all see what I'm talking about? And I just had people telling me that I need to ease off Godfrey because Godfrey told 3 funny jokes. Do you see how Godfrey responded to our sister? Do you see right there, family? He thinks that he gonna tether and say what the hell he want. And then the brother right there responded. And the brother told Godfrey, basically, you better watch how you talking to an FBA sister. You could always tell a tether by how they talk to a Black American woman. Okay? How long has Black Alpha been telling y'all? Tethers deep down inside, whether they admit it or not, tethers cannot stand Black American women because Black American women are stronger than tethers are. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You always see these tethers and they always got some type of weird animosity towards Black American women. They won't ever talk like that to Black American men, but they are quick to pop off at our women. So F Godfrey too, okay? And I said it and I meant it and I'm going to stand on it. F Godfrey too, because that type of talk towards our FBA sisters will not be tolerated. And if you somebody running around here saying, let Godfrey talk, F you too. Because the let him talk stuff is over with. We're delineating, and even bigger, we are regulating and gatekeeping and gatekept. Anybody running around here telling you to let Godfrey in, you send them and Godfrey out at the same damn time. Anybody telling you to let a tether talk, you say, go ahead, you and the tether can both talk, the F out of here. We kicking out all of the ops and all the escorts. Remember, y'all, there were people escorting the Klan into our community. You see, Al Sharpton was escorting the feds into our community. And now you got people escorting tethers into our community. The escorting is done. So you ain't gonna come around here and say, I'm an FBA. I think that he should stay. And I'm gonna say you're a doc, a domestic off-code coon, and you got to go. So all that Godfrey talk, hell no, F Godfrey. He can bounce right along with him, y'all. We're not playing them games. You're not going to have nobody up in here disrespecting our sisters like that. Shout out to that sister, by the way. I'm going to find her, by the way. Shout out to her because we're not playing them games with these people, y'all. We're going to regulate them exactly where they stand, and we're going to regulate them exactly how we want to. That's the way you get down. And remember, y'all, for every person who has no business being in our community, there's 2 escorters that escorted them in. And I have no problem with showing the escorts the door at the same time. There's somebody else that needs to get a little work because I believe this individual is boule as well. Okay. What's that politician lady's name? I think she's from Ohio as well. This woman right here, as a matter of fact. What's this lady's name, y'all? I forget her name, but she always comes out every year and says, we deserve reparations. And then that's it. Or she says something along the lines of, I love Black Americans. And then that's it. Y'all notice that, y'all? You notice that? Yeah, domestic off-code coon, a doc. And we got to put doc in the whole system, fam. we got to go ahead and put doc in. I want everybody to remember what a doc is because, fam, we have mops and we got a lot of things to identify tethers. But what we're going to have to start doing, brothers and sisters, we got to remember we got a COON class here. See, I don't like when I show y'all something and everybody's like, he's a tether. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But we're not going to let the tethers allow the docs to get off because the mops and the docs are on the same page any goddamn way. So we're exposing both of them at the same damn time, y'all. We getting them both out the paint. So watch out for the domestic docs the same way you watch out for the foreign mops because they're both enemies of the dominant society. We're not going to sit there and talk about Mr. Mutombo and then Al Sharpton sneaks on past. Nope. His ass getting checked. He getting checked. They all get checked. Now, let me get back to this person right here. I forget her damn name, y'all. Somebody put it in the chat, but I was looking with Nina Turner. Thank you, fam. Every year she comes out, she starts talking all this stuff that sounds real grassroots. She ain't nothing but a damn Democrat. She ain't nothing but a Democrat who has to make it look like she's grassroots. Y'all watch this.
Oxygen and you don't get more oxygen, you are going to die. That is the difference between the Democrats and the Republicans. You're going to fall for these fools. Don't act like that they're the salvation. Under Joseph R. Biden, I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. I got eyes and ears, I got people who are in the room. They have the opportunity, sisters and brothers and family and friends, to increase the federal minimum wage from $7.25. But President Joseph R. Biden said, I will not be moved. Now,
then why you ain't do nothing then? Why do you didn't lead no movement like we led a movement against Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? See, fam, what they want to do is they want to placate to you and they want to play with your emotions real quick and then get back to shilling. She's a Democratic shield. She's one of them anybody but Trumps as well. Anybody but Trump damn sure sounds like it's vote blue no matter who to me. Are y'all buying it? If you ain't buying this act from Nina Turner, can I get a hell no in the chat?
Joseph R. Biden, I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. I got eyes and ears, I got people who are in the room. They have the opportunity, sisters and brothers and family and friends, to increase the federal minimum wage from $7.25. But President Joseph R. Biden said, I will not be moved. Now, I didn't see folks out there protesting in the streets over the fact that $7.25 is the national minimum wage. And if you are a worker that works in restaurants, you make it a sub-minimum wage of $2 and some change. The man could have canceled student debt. They could have passed more legislation. Y'all know where I'm going at. When they had the exact power that President Donald J. Trump has, I don't agree with how he's using the power, but the man knows how to use power. We should not allow the duopoly to make any more excuses, especially spineless Democrats, about what they cannot do.
But you're a Democrat. And she's sitting there talking about why didn't he use his power for student debt relief? Not reparations, not an anti-Black American hate crime protection, student debt relief. That's what she's talking about. That's where she's upset at the Democrats for. Not creating protections for Black folks or giving us reparations, student debt relief.
I want them to get to signing executive orders. Hello, somebody. I want them to define and do things. Use it. But they don't want to because you know what? It's the same bird, different wings. They both answer to corporate interests, and the Democrats are here to pacify, and the Republicans are here to crucify. I'm sick of these people.
You ain't said nothing. And let me tell y'all, what audience do you think she's talking to? Fam, that ain't an audience full of a bunch of grassroots people. She's talking to an audience full of what I call disgruntled Democrats. See, what they end up doing, y'all, they're basically Democrats mad at Democrats, but they want to make it look like they're independent people mad at the Democrats. There's a difference between I'm not a Democrat, F the Democrats, opposed to I am a Democrat, I'm just kind of mad at them. And I'm telling you right now, come the midterms, she's going to be vote blue, vote blue, vote blue. That's an act. That's a con game. See, what has happened is that we've made being a Democrat not cool anymore. I want everybody to think about all these different things that you're seeing and all these different behavioral shifts that you're seeing coming from them. And I want you to pinpoint why it's because of us. What do I tell everybody? I said that the future will be written in foundational Black American handwriting because the past has foundational Black American fingerprints. Yes. Everybody is changing their tone and moving and catering and altering their agendas based on us. You want to know who the boss is in the room? The boss is the one who steps in the room and everybody else has to change what they're doing. Notice, y'all, we ain't changed nothing. We still reparations. We still delineation. We still regulating. We ain't changed nothing. But what I'm seeing now is Democrats don't even want to say they Democrats out loud because we made being a Democrat not popping. Yes. Now you're seeing people run around here and say, we need to leave America. America's so bad. The same people who told us we need to stay in America back in the day. Why? It's because we made standing on business be the thing for America, and they're trying to get us off of it. They're changing their behavior. Every time you turn around, everybody's changing something. Kamala Harris now was talking about a transactional vote, when just a year ago, they said that was the worst thing in the world. Why is she talking like us now? Is because we made everything that they're doing and things that they've been saying seen as completely fake. We made every single thing that they're doing and saying be seen as a complete fraud. So now they got to flip it up. One thing about the Democrats and the Republicans and the system of supremacy, they know when they're taking an L. They know when they're taking an L. Notice, y'all, we have not changed nothing. They're changing something every single week. They got to come out there and be like, I'm not even a Democrat. How many times y'all seen somebody say that, y'all? You seen that a lot? I've been seeing a lot of people running around here saying, I'm not a Democrat. I'm an independent voter. Please, your ass a Democrat. You just know saying that you're a Democrat around Black Americans is going to make you look like exactly what you are, a loser. And it's the same thing now. They don't come around us and say African American because we made that complete trash. They don't say they're people of color around us. We made that trash. They don't say they're minorities. We made that trash. They don't say black and brown no more. We made that trash. Everything that they've been doing, we made dirt. And everything that we're doing, they're trying to mimic it. But the problem is that we see through everything they're doing. We got them stuck with no agenda, no platform, no ideas. You can't come up with what we came up with. You can't mimic what we say because we're going to see through you. You can't act like you're against everybody else and for us when your policies say different. And you can't act like you certified FBA when your paperwork says everything other than. We are changing the game in full speed, full process, y'all. And I'm telling everybody, ain't nobody gonna tell you like Black Alpha, yo. We out here making everyone move furniture around. And FBA did that by sitting on furniture. You see what happens? We can stand on business by sitting on the couch. And family, they sent out a couple other people during that whole shenanigan. And Black Americans was calling that out as well because we don't fall for their damn games. Did y'all see this lady right here? Another one that popped up and talking that damn immigrant talk. Look at this right here, y'all. This is what I mean. Look at these damn people, how desperate they are. This is more that tether convention that Black Americans ain't rocking with.
1 degree removes every single person in this room is maybe 1 degree removed from someone who is a Black immigrant and someone who at some point in their life had a visa status that was a little wonky.
What?
That's what I mean when I'm especially talking about people who are documented Black people.
What? What? 1 generation removed from an immigrant? Who? None of us?
Person in this room is maybe 1 degree removed from someone who is a Black immigrant and someone who at some point in their life had a visa status that was a little wonky. That's what I mean when I'm especially talking about people who are documented Black people, folks who have temporary protected status, TPS, folks who may have DACA, all these names and acronyms that are being thrown around. But I think we have to ensure that Black immigrants are treated as they are, which is central to democracy and not separate from it. When we have what has been here today, poll taxes, you need to get your passport, all these things that we know the SAVE Act and other things are saying for people to vote. When we have TPS being stripped away, when we have every single Caribbean nation as of January this year being banned from the US in some shape or form? We're to see how far can they go with us, who may be a more vulnerable population, to then exact that in the larger population. It's like in and out, because Black people in America.
Stop. I lost her damn audio. That ain't me. That's them, fam. I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
We demand what we need, and we invest in the populations that we say we.
No. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You an immigrant trying to get Black Americans to get on the immigrant train. Just come out and say it. Come out and say it. Talk. I'm gonna be honest, fam. I'm gonna be real. Let me talk to y'all since we in here. Fam, I don't know any immigrants. This little thing that Black Americans are immigrants, or we know immigrants, or we work with immigrants, our neighbors are immigrants. Not me. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know any immigrants in America. I've met immigrants. Do I have immigrants that are in my circle? No. Do I work with immigrants? No. Are there immigrants in my neighborhood? No. I can go talk to all my neighbors right now, and they're going to all talk about the United States of America, grandparents, great-great-grandparents. They're going to have the same story about America that I got. And they're going to go all the way back to the 1800s, to the 1700s, to the 1600s, even the 1500s. Y'all feel me? We don't be knowing all these damn. They always tell this fake story about Black Americans that Black Americans don't go for. That's why I'm loving today, y'all. I'm loving this era because they say some BS, we cut it down. They lie, we cut it down. Fam, we just out here chopping it off with the back of our hand. Shout out to Jimi Hendrix. That's what we've been doing, fam. We've been chopping up all them lies with the back of our hand. Nothing gets off the ground. Absolutely. Man, yeah, we don't be knowing them like that. They make it look like we grew up with immigrants. We hang out with immigrants. We got all these immigrant friends. That ain't how it works. And let me tell you one of the reasons why it don't work that way. Because those immigrants don't like Black Americans anyway. So even if they did live around us, they're not going to deal with us. It's the same exact way. Let me tell you something. Everybody knows about the anti-Black American hostility that comes from the immigrant community. And anybody who talks to you about immigration as a Black person and they don't lead with immigrants are anti-Black, they're racist, and they have a bunch of vitriol towards us, anybody who doesn't tell you that is hostile. That's what it is, fam. It's a hostile action to talk about immigration to Black folks and not lead with how immigrants are hostile towards us. You're not going to skip over the fact that these people harbor all this vitriol towards us, where they're from and when they get here. So if anybody skips over that part, that person is hostile. This is what we're doing, fam. We're now designating hostile actions from hostile people, whether that's a hostile Democrat, lock that term in, hostile Democrat, a hostile Republican, yep, a hostile immigrant, a hostile migrant. These people are all hostile towards Black Americans, family. And these people always want to jump over that. They want us to play this little fake, fantasy game, fam. Let me tell you something. We live in reality. We don't vacation in fantasy. You're not going to talk to me about immigration and, leave out the fact that these people all come from countries where they exhibit far more anti-Black racism than America does. You ain't seen anti-Black racism till you go to some of them Latin America places. Go on down there and then tell me what their racism look like against American racism. You can't compare. Democrats want to talk about Donald Trump with X-ray vision, and Donald Trump's a supremacist. But let me tell you, his form of supremacy is a birthday cake down in Venezuela, down in Colombia, down in Cuba, down in Mexico, down in Africa. Don't let these people come and tell us all this talk, but they skip over that. Nah. Fam, how hostile is that? It's the same way. Think about it, y'all. Pan-Africans don't ever tell you about the hostility towards Black Americans in Africa. You don't see the Boule tell you about the hostility from immigrants in Latin America or throughout the diaspora or anywhere. You notice that, family? These people always seem to leave out the hostility towards Black Americans for all the people that they advocate for. So what you're dealing with is a political party that wants your vote while they bring in all these illegal immigrants and they never mention the rampant illegal immigrants' views towards Black Americans in a hostile fashion. They always leave that part out. They always leave that out, fam. And then when we call it out, they just duck. Well, guess what? Y'all gonna keep on ducking because we're gonna keep on giving it back to you, fam. And this is how we're moving. We're understanding and identifying what it is. See, we're no longer stuck by having to play somebody else's game. Now it's what we say, and what we say goes. So if we say your ass is hostile, it is what it is. You might as well go home. There ain't gonna be no changing of our opinions, our views, and our beliefs. There ain't gonna be none. You're not gonna get Black Americans to wake up tomorrow and say, yeah, we changed our mind. Nope. We are stern in our business. We're stern in our agenda. We have 0 F's to give. I don't even know what a F look like, fam, because I ain't seen one, because we ain't got them. Black Americans are more solid than ever in everything that we say. And if you don't like it, deal with it, because we're only getting stronger day to day all across the board. And let me tell y'all even more janky ass stuff that they had out there. Oh man, this was nothing more than, like I said, a tether fest. It was absolutely anti-Black American. Who's this guy right here, y'all? Who's this guy talking to Al Sharpton? I don't even know this dude's name. I can't even pronounce it. He's from California. He's a Democrat. Is it Ro Kahana or whatever the hell? Y'all watch what this man says, y'all. Watch what this man says, and we about to lock this in. Watch this.
Those that have raised the prospect that you should run for president. And you're going to be my running mate? Well, I mean, we'll have to poll what a Sharpton kind of ticket looks like. No, but I mean, first of all, would you consider it, and are you ruling it out?
Well, first of all, and I'm not saying this to avoid, I'll give you a direct question, but our first focus has to be to make Hakeem Jeffries Speaker of the House. Because you can rest assured, Mike Johnson is not going to be swearing in any Democratic president in 2029. So we need the House of Representatives to stop Trump's corruption and to make sure we have any shot at 2028. But look, I believe I offer two things for why I will consider it to America. One is I represent the economic future, and I have a clear roadmap of how we're going to make sure every part of this country has an economic stake in the future, whether that is workers having equity, whether it is the Black South being part of the AI revolution, whether it is making sure that...
First off, this man babbling sideways. Who the hell? Where's he? Where's somebody? Hey, please, somebody do a check on this man, because we know damn well this man is full tether. Where's this guy's people from? Somebody let me know in the chat. My California people, let me know where this dude is from. This man is a straight up immigrant. He cannot be from America. Absolute same with damn Hakeem Jeffries. Where is this dude from? Somebody said Vivek's uncle. 7-Eleven special. Don't get the certified chat on you, bro. My chat will ruin your career before you think you got it started. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. India. This is okay. Here we go. Absolutely. You caught that. You caught that, family. Yep. He said the South. Shout out to you, fam, who caught that. Yeah. Hey, let me let this ride, but I want y'all to notice how he brought up the South. Do you guys remember? Hold up. Y'all know how Black Alpha got to do. I got to see y'all for this one. Oh, I got to see y'all. Whoa. Y'all caught that. See, I was trying to figure out where he's from. I'm glad y'all let me know where dude's from. Okay, so you have another H-1B visa guy. Okay, he's Kamala Harris's cousin. Okay, that's Kamala's cousin. Got it. Did y'all notice he said the South? Y'all caught how he said the South? And didn't I just tell you guys on Friday that Kamala Harris has this whole referendum about the South? She said she can't wait to go back to the South. She's in the South right now. This whole thing now ties into what she was talking about the ancestors. Let's go to work, family. Let's talk. We're gonna get back to Kamala's cousin real quick. Let's talk Kamala for a second. Now they're trying to go into the South. That's what the Democrats are doing. See, let me tell you what's happening right now. Democrats got completely destroyed during the last election. They see that there's a delineation movement from the FBA grassroots certified that they can't stop. They're trying to take everything they're saying, trying to twist it, trying to tangle it, spin it around. But now they're talking about the South. And what they want to do, they want to blitz the South because they know this is the home of FBA. The same exact time that we let the world know we ain't from no damn diaspora. We ain't from no damn Africa, and Africa ain't our motherland. It's the South right here in the United States of America. Now the Democrats are throwing around the South. Now Kamala's talking about going into the South. Absolutely. It ain't going to work down here. There's a thing I tell my mother all the time. I say the South keeps things in order. That's one thing about the South, family. And for those who ain't ever been to the South, let me tell you what somebody from the South. The South keep things in order. You can come down here now and talk your ancestors. You can talk about votes being transactional. Kamala's Punjabi cousin can come out talking about the South needs to get to work. But let me tell you what ain't going to work. You trying to hustle a Southerner. That ain't going to work. A foundational Black American Southerner, fam, is different than all these Democrats who want to come down here and play them games that they play with everybody else. It ain't going to happen. I noticed this about 2 weeks ago when nobody was talking about it. Kamala had this whole interview, and she was in her interview talking about something. Oh, I love the South. I can't wait to come back to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. I just love the South so much. Why do you want to come to the South out of nowhere? Didn't I just tell y'all they changed their behavior according to us? They see this FBA renaissance where a lot of our brothers and sisters from the East Coast is coming back down South, and they seeing all their ancestors, and we're exchanging notes. They see brothers and sisters from the Midwest are coming back down South. We're exchanging notes. West Coast, exchanging notes. They know there's an ancestral thing going on with foundational Black Americans. They understand while they're trying to get us to do these DNA tests to Africa, that's not really popping. All that DNA Africa, go back home stuff, that ain't working. What I'm seeing is Black Americans saying, yeah, I did my DNA. And it went back to Mississippi. Yeah, I did my DNA. It went back to Louisiana. They wanted us to take this journey of ancestral DNA to Africa. But we've been taking our journey of ancestral DNA right here to the motherland of the South. And that's got them spooked. Because what puts a wrench in their con game about Black Americans being Africanized more than us getting completely tapped in to our FBA roots here in the South? That's dangerous, fam. What you're going to see is an all-out focus on the ops to be, whether that's Democrat or Republican, where they're going to try now to disconnect us from the South. Watch it, brothers and sisters. This is why they're trying to flood the zone in Atlanta so much, because Atlanta has basically been the mecca of Black America for probably the last 20 years, okay? This is why they're so obsessed with it. This is why Al Sharpton's up there in Harlem, because that was the original mecca of, modern history in terms of the Harlem Renaissance. This is what they did to Detroit, which was a mecca of Black America in the 60s and the 70s, fam. They're going to try to pull this game on the South because they understand the South ain't playing it. The South ain't playing it, fam. They don't like the fact that brothers and sisters is like, hey, man, I got people in Louisiana. That's where I'm from. So do I. We might be cousins. We related. They didn't like the fact that Sinners came out, did so good, and it's focused in the South. They didn't like none of that, y'all. They don't want us being attached to the South. Kamala Harris now has some weird, strange obsession with the South. How come you didn't have it a year ago when you was on the campaign trail? How come? The Democrats don't even do good in the South. Why the hell are the Democrats in the South? The South is majority red states. Why you got a new focus on the South? Why did you just see her Punjabi cousin talking about the South? I identified this 2.5 weeks ago before anybody did. And I told all you guys just on the last broadcast. And this is why Kamala's on the tour right now in the South and dude's talking like he's talking. You ain't going to stop this FBA train. Hell no. And you notice as well, y'all, as we brothers and sisters are out here getting up, y'all remember when they put out that fake little thing saying Black American reunions are down? Where do we have the majority of our reunions, Black Americans? Where's the majority of our reunions? The majority of our reunions are in the South. Why would out of nowhere you put that out there? Why out of nowhere would you make up a lie? Who the hell even comes up with them statistics? What, you went knocked on everybody's door and said, hey, have you had a reunion? And then you went back and you tiled it all up and said, hey, well, nope, reunions are down for Black folks. Are reunions down for illegal immigrants that you love so much? Are reunions down for Mayos that you love so much? How come you don't do a reunion statistics about every other community? Why mine? And let me tell you something. Reunions are not down. Reunions are up. You mean to tell me reunions are down when we have social media where we can connect? My mom has family members of mine in Kentucky, throughout Ohio, that I never even met, because now we got social media where we can connect. You have all of us right now. We can connect. So you mean to tell me that there's some type of reunion problem? Hell no. Reunions are up. Because guess what, fam? We don't just have to call them reunions. A lot of times it's just shit. We got together and threw something on the grill. Fam, hey, listen, watch the wordplay, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we see through everything. You can't get past us, y'all. I'm an analyst. I'm going to break it all the way down. I'm super thorough with it. You tell a half a lie. Before you even get that stuff out and you start choking on your words, I done already seen you. A lot of times it's just, hey, my cousins is here. Shit, throw something on the grill. It's sunny outside. We about to start doing it now. It's almost 90 degrees today in Georgia, and I love it because I'm a Leo, and I love the summertime, and it's getting closer. I'm going to have some of my family members. They're going to pull on up. I'm going to holler at my brother. I'm going to holler at my other brother. Some of my sisters and cousins, we're going to all flip something on the grill. We may not have a big old shirt that says Alpha Family Reunion 2026, but I bet we all there. I bet we throw something on the grill. I bet we play some music. I bet we generate foundational Black American energy. And ain't that what they're really afraid of? Ain't that what this is really about? It's really about foundational Black American energy. And it's another way of saying, please don't have a reunion. You know, the quickest way to get somebody to stop doing something is to tell them that it doesn't exist anymore. See, that's reverse psychology. They want to tell us that we don't have these reunions anymore. So we say, we might as well quit. See, they can't get us to stop doing what we're doing. So they got to come up with fake lies to convince us that what we've been doing isn't working anymore. What we're doing, fam, is not just working. It's thriving. It's dominating. I mean, is it even a fight at this point? Y'all thought this was going to go 12 rounds. It didn't even go 12 seconds. We came out and caught him with a left hook, put him to sleep. Hook right, good night. Okay? Black Americans are dominating, y'all. And anybody who comes out here and tells you Black Americans are not dominating, side-eye them. That's why Black Alpha on every broadcast, and y'all know the camera's been rolling, I go out of my way to tell everybody how much we're winning. One, because we are. And two, it's just great because we need to walk in our excellence. If you're going to be a winner, act like it. And that's the best part about being a winner. You got benefits. You got luxuries. Don't be a winner and act like a loser. What's the point? That's like winning the lottery and not spending it. I don't know about you, but let me hit the damn jackpot. Mega Millions. I'm going to spend. That's what it is. They want us to have money in the bank that we don't touch. See, we already got money in the bank. Why do we got money in the bank? It's called FBA currency, y'all. And foundational Black American currency is above everything. So what they're trying to do is tell us, y'all know y'all ain't got no money in the bank because they feel that they can convince us that we don't have that money in the bank. We won't go to the bank and spend it. But what we're saying is F you, and you better get your own money because we got all the dollar bills. And we not only are going to spend it, we're going to spend it amongst our whole family. What my brother Nate Dogg say? Where I want to be, right here with my loved ones, smoking on some weed. You got chronic, won't you light it up? I don't smoke, but damn it, if you do, light it up. So that's why they're trying to target the South. And I'm going to show y'all some stuff with Kamala Harris, but we're going to get to that in a second. Shout out to the whole family, y'all. Keep them reunions up while we turn up.
Of how we're going to make sure every part of this country has an economic stake in the future. Whether that is workers having equity, whether it is the Black South being part of the AI revolution, has an economic stake in the future. Whether that is workers having equity, whether it is the Black South being...
Why did he say the Black South? Why didn't he just say the South? He didn't say, fam, last time I checked, there's a lot of different people down South. Why did he say the Black South? Now they want to get specific. I guarantee you, if you brought up anywhere else, he wouldn't get specific then. Notice how the Democrats know how to specify when they telling a lie. Notice that, brothers and sisters, the Black South. Ain't that something? So he brings up the Black South, but they don't bring up the Black South when you start talking about reparations. You start talking about money. You start talking about getting to the bag. How come they don't ever say anything about Black folks specifically any other time? How come? See, the Democrats think they slick, but they ain't nothing but some tricks. And they ain't nothing but a bunch of people who we have been making irrelevant. If we ask reparations, you wouldn't say Black people. You say all people. If we say an anti-Black American hate crime protection, you're going to say all people. We start talking about who built America, you're going to say all people. But when he starts talking about the Black South, why are you being specific about us now? Other than y'all trying to focus on our motherland because you can't get us to go to the African motherland. That's the difference. See, when all the Africanizing fails, all the diaspora fails, all the hip hop is 50-50 fails, then you want to say, well, what about the Black South? I'm going to tell you about the Black South. As a Black Southerner, we good out here. And guess what? We good on the East Coast. We good on the West Coast. We good in the Midwest. We good everywhere. Check the track record. Our passes is thorough. And that's what they've been trying to do, fam. Trying to get us on that type of hustle. But let me show y'all something while we're here. I'm going to show y'all something, and y'all going to be like, D's and Black Alpha. D's and Black Alpha. We going to go there. We going to go there. We in here deep. We in here deep. Shout out to everybody. Please, y'all, smash the like button while we in here cooking and boiling and bubbling and doing another classic broadcast, fam. Y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to the Black Alpha Network where we put in work. Home of Certified Black Society. I appreciate all the new riders, fam. If you are here right now, let me tell you something. We have the strongest movement in America. It's the Certified Regulator movement, and they cannot stop it, y'all. And we are all a part of it. But let me show y'all this right here. Here we go. Watch this, fam. This is going to show y'all what we've been talking about. This is going to highlight how these individuals think they slick. Look at this on your screen. I'm about to pull up. There they go. There they go. There they go. There they go. Here we go, fam. These individuals think that they're going to get one past us, but that ain't going to happen. They try to pull that South stuff, and now you're seeing that Black Americans is like, no, you ain't going to pull that. Not on us. Here we go. There we go. Now we rock it. Look at your screen in 2 seconds. Oh, they on a full blitz, fam. Full blitz. There we go. Look at your screen, my good brothers and sisters. Look at this right here. They're talking about the election. Look at this. Kamala Harris campaign trail. It is in Tennessee. Look what she said. Why am I in Tennessee? Because the power is in the South. Listen to that phrase, y'all. Listen to that phrase. The power is in the South. Y'all tell me anytime you've heard a Democrat ever use that terminology. The power's in the South. What? The power's in the South, y'all. I thought the power was in Africa. That's what y'all said. Y'all said the power was in Africa. Now the power's in the South. Very, very interesting, fam. Watch this zesty Republican guy. He's picking up on it. She's down South trying to get in on Black American culture. Watch.
Well, Miss Kamala Harris, Cabernet Kamala, apparently she thinks she's going to run for office in 2028. She wants to run for president again. And let me tell you, okay, a tale as old as time. Once you get that bug of running for president, you get all of that attention. You're not going to like
this. MFA is as zesty as 3 Skittles bags, 2 fruit cups, and 5 fruit roll-ups.
Go. Kamala, she ran for president in 2020. Okay, I think she got 2% of the votes, 1%. She ends up being VP, one to skip a few. She slotted in the last election, in the last 107 days. She slotted in, and then she gets all of this attention again. And I think that dopamine hit, that rush to your head, it's just so addictive. And it's why women like Kamala Harris, and men as well, they get that bug to run, and they want to keep running. They want to be on the road. They want to be out there doing rallies. You know, you get to sort of live this infantilized life if you run for office in a way, because you're not so much a part of 9-to-5 modern society. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's exciting. It's super hard work, but you get to do these rallies and you get to live a little bit like a rock star. And I think for Kamala Harris, because she has no policies, she has no plans, and she has absolutely nothing going on, she thinks she's going to run for office because why the hell not? So let me read you this. So she's been slammed online for sending out a bizarre text announcing that she's going to swing across some states in the Deep South for Democratic events and fundraisers.
Whoa, places down South for Democratic fundraisers?
Take trips to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, etc., to uplift Democrats and continue building our power in the South. Now, everybody's saying
right there. One more time. Continue what?
South Carolina, Georgia, etc., to uplift Democrats and continue building our power in the South. Now,
there you go. Watch this. Continue building your power in the South. What power y'all got in the South? I don't know. Fam, this is Camilla right now. This is Camilla. By the way, y'all, never trust a man like Conscious Flearoy, who's got flip-flops and he's kicking his damn legs, okay? Don't you ever trust Conscious Flearoy, okay? Or how about Conscious Zesty Roy? How about that one? Don't you ever trust nobody telling you about that when they ain't on that type of time. Look at her here, though, fam. Y'all look at Kamala Harris and let her speak for herself.
Why am I here in Tennessee? Because I know the power is in the South. The power is in the South. The power is in the South. The power is in the South.
Whoa! The power is in the South, y'all. There you go. There go. Camilla telling you, fam. The power is, Zesty Lee. There you go. I like that. The power is in the South. There you go. The power is in the South. Well, simultaneously, while she's sitting there talking about the power being in the South, let me show y'all what pictures just came out. Let me show y'all what pictures just came out, family. This is for my certifieds. We in here. We in here working. Here we go, fam. Look who she took some pictures with today. Look at this, family. Here we go, brothers and sisters. Look at this. Kamala Harris is doing the photo ops with the little black kids. There you go. Look at that, y'all. Here it is. Kamala Harris taking pictures with little black children because they're trying to target the South. There it is, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. They're trying to go create new boulets because the boulets they thought they had ain't working. Yes, she drunk as a skunk. Okay, yes, she is. Drunk as a skunk. There you can see it. So she's running around here trying to talk about, well, you know, the power is in the South. And I'm going to go to the South. And I just love the South. The South, South, South. And it's all because they understand that this is our stronghold, man. They all understand this is our homeland. They all understand this is where we are. They all understand this is how we get down. I thought that they was running around here trying to tell Black Americans that we are from Africa. Notice how quick they flip-flopped on that one, right? You see? That's what I'm talking about. When you start seeing all of that right there, then you could already see what the Democrats are trying to do. But guess what? Trying to do. And their trying is always met with failing. And ours is always met with winning. That's why we're winning. That's why they're losing. And the fact that we sit here right now, call it out before they even did it. Family, they don't want no problems. They don't want no smoke. They don't want no issues. They better go ahead and hit a boule U-turn and turn around, sit down, and don't come around because I'm calling it out before they even do it. This is a multi-million-dollar campaign, and Black Alpha and the certified chat is on it. What they gonna do about that? Not a damn thing. And family, when I tell y'all that they're out here trying to run the game on us, how many of y'all seen Swollen Martin? Fam, and it's hard to miss him. Did y'all see Roland Martin coming around here talking about they trying to pull the KKK out on us? Did y'all see that? Y'all look at Roland Martin. And by the way, Roland, the guy who stole your woman said hello. I talked to him earlier today. Yes, I did. I talked to Neil Hoynier earlier today, and Neil Hoynier, he said it was easy to take your woman because you can only get your stomach up. That's what that's what Neil Hoynier said. That's what he said. He said that your ex-woman, Deborah Duncan, and him are living a great life together. They said they sit back and they watch your show every night and laugh at you. They said they love seeing all the chicken grease pop out your pores and you buck your eyes and twerk for Latinos. And Deborah Duncan, she says she's happy she got away from you right in time. Okay. And Neil Hoynier said he will take your next girl. I'm just telling you what Neil said. That ain't what Black Alpha said. I'm not concerned. Neil Hoynier said he'll take your next girl and your next girl. Okay. And he said he don't want them guys that you be messing with, though. He said you can keep them. But he said he came through in a Mercedes and snatched your old lady. And while he got your girl, you got nothing but chicken and gravy. Let me show y'all even further, y'all. Rolling out there mad. Okay. He bucking his third neck, everybody. He bucking his third neck. Watch this, family.
That means the legislation has to go through them. So that's why I'm trying to get people to understand how how they vote in this election will have broader implications across the country for public policy and Black political power. And in about 15 minutes, if that happens, then our guest in 15 minutes will be just like you, making history as the first Black Speaker of the House. That's why the election matters.
And that's why it's so important. That's why folks are doing everything in their power. We've never seen this unprecedented amount of deception.
They pulling the KKK out, man.
When they pull Jim Crow,
they scared.
They pull Jim Crow and the KKK and every image to try to scare the heck out of Black folk. Like, oh my God, we're going back to slavery. Yeah, that's how much they're lying right now. And so it's so incumbent.
Didn't Joe Biden say we're going back to slavery? Didn't the Democrats say we're going to get deported? I know they're not sitting there trying to say the Republicans are saying that. Nobody says that more than them. Look at the damn W dude sitting there saying, what? The W dude is sitting there listening to these two, I believe, tethers talking about us.
Like you making history as the first Black Speaker of the House. That's why the election matters.
And that's why it's so important. That's why folks are doing everything in their power. We've never seen this unprecedented amount of deception.
They pulling the KKK out.
I mean, when they pulled Jim Crow,
they scared.
They pulled Jim Crow and the KKK and every image to try to scare the heck out of black folk. Like, oh my God, we're going back to slavery. Yeah, that's how much they're lying right now. And so it's so incumbent upon us right now that we get out and do everything that we can to vote, because Texas, basically, Trump called Texas and said, I need 4 or 5 seats. Get them for me. And they did it. And they did it in a way that was so cynical. They did it through the legislature. And the Democrats tried to deny quorum as long as they could. They had to come back. And now Virginia, you know.
Well, they ain't have to, but go ahead.
Okay. He wanted them to stay away from home ever. But at the end of the day, this is what they expected. Everybody always talks about Democrats being soft. We don't know how to fight back. We fight and we soft and we letting them do what they want to do. Now we fighting back. And we fighting back and we're fighting the same fight that
He don't believe himself. You ever see somebody talking? We fighting back now. Are you talking to me or are you talking to yourself? Because I know you ain't gonna do nothing. I know you was square. I know you be getting shoved up, roughed up. Quit talking that talk. Y'all see how they trying to motivate themselves? We coming back now. We gonna win one day. One day, I'm telling y'all, fam, they used to try to hit us with the we'll be free one day. Now they're telling that to themselves. We will be free one day. One day we will make it. One day I will have a woman. No, and especially no when it comes to having a woman, okay? So, Roland, enjoy that whole all-you-can-eat buffet, and that last guy, enjoy that blow-up doll, because that's about the only thing y'all gonna get, all right? And y'all gonna get embarrassed every time we pop up. And I'm talking about the foundational Black American grassroots certified Black society. We run it, the regulators. This is our house, y'all, and notice that we got these people shook. What's the main thing that you've noticed today, family, on this classic broadcast? Roland is scared. Al Sharpton is scared. All them little tethers that went to that little event, all of them are scared. Every last one of their asses is petrified because we did that. We are striking fear in all these people. And I mean literally afraid. Why do you think Kamala Harris was afraid? Because she knows they have nothing. It's a horrible, horrible situation to be in a situation to whatever you're trying to say towards Black Americans, you don't have no say-so in it. The only ones who have say-so in any of this is us. And if we say something ain't gonna pop off, it just ain't gonna pop off. If we say something ain't gonna work, it just ain't gonna work. So why we got these people against the ropes and shook, that's a good thing. And foundational Black Americans, we are the ones making it all go down, and we making it go down in real time. I told y'all that right there is changing the game. And this right here is gonna really change the game. How many of y'all ready for a regulator tour? Fam, I talked to my brother Melrose just the other day, fam, and we was throwing around some ideas. And I said, why not? Why not, brothers and sisters? Why not have a regulator tour where Black Americans, we see these people everywhere they are, and we let them know we denounce the Democratic establishment. We denounce their stranglehold on our community, and we check them in broad daylight. How about to a city near you, a full-fledged 2006 teen 650, 630, 3030, 4030. How about just forever? How about we don't stop? How about we just keep it going and keep it running, y'all? And we have a full-fledged tour where these people is ops, we pop up on them. Them people ops, we pop up on them. How about we just pop up everywhere? I'm down with it, fam. I know y'all down with it. And you know the most beautiful thing, let me say this, fam. I was talking to my brother earlier today. I need some baby boomers. I need some baby boomers, fam. Because we was already talking about going to New York and that non-action network. Let's go ahead out in front of their headquarters and let them see us. Okay, let's do that. And then there's some places down south. Let's go. How about any brother or sister who says, hey, I know some people who need to be on that regulator tour list. How about we go pay them a visit and we do it all summer? Because can't y'all feel it? Ain't that the vibe? You know what I'm saying? Life is poetic, okay? Very, very poetic. And one of the ways that these things occur is things pop off simultaneously at the right time. So as soon as all that started popping off, Black Americans said, damn. And the next thing you know, there go my brother Melrose. Set it off. Somebody gonna set it off, okay? And one thing about FBA, we gonna set it off. Y'all know how it go. We came here tonight to set it off right. And family, it's already set off. So we're not waiting for it to be set off. It's already set off. So what's better than foundational Black Americans to go all throughout the United States, all 50 states, and let the world know we're going to pop up right in front of y'all and let y'all hear us, have a whole press conference, announcing it, denouncing everybody who gets on our way, and just letting them know, y'all, this is all of us. And I need some baby boomers, fam, okay? Because that's what I want, okay? You know the millennials, the Gen Xers, Gen Z going to show up. Let's get some baby boomers, because what they ain't going to do, they ain't going to say, well, the civil rights era, because what they always want to do, they use civil rights era clout against us. But what they don't like, y'all, is when somebody who's from the civil rights era says, shit, I'm 67 years old and I don't like the boule. That's what they don't like. I know we got some people in here tonight. I know we got some baby boomers. They don't like that, y'all. They cannot stand when the baby boomers go in on them. So basically, in a poetic fashion, the same generation that they were hijacking, like I talked about earlier, can't that be the same generation who gets their get back? If you a baby boomer and you want your get back and revenge on the boule for hijacking your generation, come to the Regulator Tour. Pull on up and pop out. We got all the room in the world. What happens, fam, when they see, I don't know, 50, 60 foundational Black Americans represented from all 50 states? However, and even more special, represented with all generations. So you got the 60-year-olds, the 50-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, the 30-year-olds, the 20-year-olds. What they gonna do on that united front? They ain't gonna be able to do nothing, fam. And we put it together and we set a Regulator Tour. And for Black Alpha, man, I'm a Leo, I'm crazy. So I'm like, shit, consider it done. So I'm not here to tell everybody it's something that we should do. I'm here to tell everybody it's what we're going to do. So get ready for the Regulator Tour all throughout the United States. And we're going to pop up on all these individuals and we're going to put it down and plant our flag to let the world know. And we're going to broadcast it. The same way it's sweeping all across the country with my brother Melrose is the same way it's going to sweep all the way across the country as we go forward to it. And anybody who's an op is going to get checked, fam. Anybody who's an op. So I think that sounds good. I think that is good. And we're going to do it. And it will be brought to you by a certified foundational Black American society, and we run it. Let me tell y'all what else we run, y'all, because we run a hell of a lot of things. Fam, you'll be here all day trying to keep up with what we're running, because let me say this. I can even put it to you even better, y'all. We run America. We run politics. We run the streets. We run their ass out of this country. We run their ass off the block, off the field, out the paint. Just a hell of a lot of running. And it's all based on certified foundational Black Americans. You already know, fam. And I'm going to be out there. And by the way, let me say this to everybody out there. I had a lot of people asking me and everything. This is Black Alpha, baby. You already know. #1 activist. I am single, y'all. I'm not with Queen Alpha. Yay. I see people saying whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everybody sending me love and they're like, yo, it's all good. I appreciate you. Fam, let me tell you something. I've been doing this for a long time by myself, okay? I've been doing this for a long time. Your eyes in this movement have to be on yourself. And when you need another set of eyes, but those eyes have a little envy in them, then you got to move. Not everybody's Coretta, not everybody's, Betty Shabazz, not everybody's built from that, okay? So what I want my brothers and sisters to understand, I told everybody I'm married to the movement. I'm married to the game, okay? I've been having a lot of people hit me up, and they've been showing me a lot of love. And this is why I tell people, I love my family, okay? I love y'all. Y'all be holding me down. But me, Black Alpha, I'm 110% down and riding with all of y'all. And to let y'all know, it's been me by myself for a long time, okay? Nobody's been watching my back but myself, because people who's supposed to be there failed. But that's all gravy, because remember, y'all, it ain't easy to be with a legend, and it ain't easy to be with somebody who's going to be remembered forever, and it ain't easy to be with somebody who's on the grind for his people. A lot of people say that they are down for that, but saying it and doing it is two different things, okay? So when people who have the love for you turns into envy and low-key jealousy for you, you just got to keep on doing your thing, family, and you don't let it go. So all that stuff pushed aside, it's always been Black Alpha. I've always been the one out there ducking and dodging when people be threatening my life, and I got to watch my back and watch my shoulders, and people ain't been holding me down, okay? But the family's been holding me down. So who needs any of that energy when I got this energy, okay? And when I got this right here, and I got all my certifieds, family, and I tell people, Alpha and the movement has taken over me, and I love it with a passion, y'all. I love it with a passion. Your destiny ain't everybody else's destiny. Some people's destiny is just to do what they do. My destiny is to be a legend for foundational Black Americans and the #1 activist on the planet. And no bad energy, no bad vibes, no bad waves will ever stop that. So I'm telling you right now, your foundational Black American brother, certified Black Alpha, I'm here, y'all. And guess what? Before y'all knew it, it's been me by myself for a long time, baby, and we making it cook. And by the way, a couple females hit me up. They said, you single? Yup. Holla at your boy. I mean, if you want to very handsome, #1 activist on the planet, legend that they're going to talk about for 50, 60, 70 years. I mean, damn, you're looking at them. So certified salute to the fam. I appreciate y'all for all the love and holding me down, man. But I'm going to show y'all some more stuff, and we're going to keep the game flowing and keep the game going. Y'all look at this right here. Let me show y'all this, fam. Much love and respect, man. I appreciate y'all. I love you too, fam. I love all y'all. Hey, I say this all the time, fam. With or without anybody, fam, the family always got your back. Remember that, fam. Always remember that, y'all. Keep your energy strong, fam. Some people in life, they have hostile energy, but they hide it behind other things. So you got to make sure that you keep all your energy pure and you make sure that you protect your vibrations. Some people attack your vibrations while they try to cover their vibrations. But in reality, everything they say about you really applies to them. So I want all of you guys to remember that. And I want you to lock this in, especially my young brothers and sisters, okay? Y'all make sure that you always keep your eyes on the prize and stay focused on the task, because what will always be remembered is you, okay? Things will come and go in your life. People will come and go in your life. And individuals who aren't here for a reason, okay? But the thing that will always be here is you. You cannot run from yourself. If you hit that corner, you're going to be there. You hit the other corner, you're going to be there. So always keep your energy pure. Always keep your energy strong. And always know that you're blessed. And family, I've been very, very blessed. And some people take issue with your blessings. But I tell people like this: you're not mad at my blessings. You're mad at God for blessing me. You're not mad at me. You're mad at greatness. And I just happen to be great. So remember that, lock that in. And Black Alpha, #1 activist, always riding with your family. I love y'all with a passion, but we not done. We don't hide. We don't run. We ain't here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party. I need y'all to finish that line. Okay, y'all know I'll be rapping. Y'all put that finish line in there. Okay, we don't hide. We don't run. We in here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party. As soon as y'all tell me what it is, I'm going to go ahead and finish that line. But you know what it is, and lock that all the way in, because that's the truth for you, family. We in here. Absolutely. Jealousy and envy is a powerful thing, family. And sometimes it's the ones closest to you, but it's all gravy, man. It's all gravy. It's the life of a legend and all the greatness it brings. All right. So here we go. There we go. There you go. If we don't come, and I love you. Who need anything when I got y'all, man? I love y'all. I live for y'all. There they go. If we don't come, all my new subscribers, lock that in, okay? We in here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. And I mean that for all my FBA family. Let's go to work. Fam, why is this man still around? Did y'all see Joe Biden? Fam, did y'all see this man? I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that. You say you love me back? I love you back. 2 times, family. I love all my beautiful foundational Black American brothers and sisters, man. I got you guys, and that's all I ever need in life, family. And I needed y'all before I knew I needed y'all. Now I know that I need y'all, and it's beautiful, y'all. We stand together, and the party ain't a party if we don't come. Let's go. Family, a nursing home ain't a nursing home if Joe don't come. A wheelchair ain't a wheelchair if Joe don't come. And damn, this is terrible. And yeah, hey, a party ain't a party. We're going to have a party all summer, baby. Watch this, family.
And by the way, I always want to turn around to one guy and say, Barack, what are you doing? Come here. Come here.
What?
Come here. Come here. Come here. I feel like he should be standing on the right and I should be standing on the left. Hey, you just look at Barack?
Translation, all y'all Negroes look alike. Translation, all y'all are the same. Translation, where's the black guy in the crowd?
I feel like he should be standing on the right and I should be standing on the left. Hey, you just look at Barack? Anyway, as I say, you've done good, fella.
Well, you know, I tried.
Family, that's all you got, Democrats. That's all you got. That's all you got, Democrats. I thought you could do better than that. Damn. This is what Joe Biden out there on autopilot racism. He basically said, yeah, he looks like Obama, doesn't he? Oh, snap. He don't know nothing about nothing. He don't know where he going. He don't know where he heading. Joe Biden probably thinks that he's Donald Trump. Joe Biden probably thinks that he's Trump. He probably thinks that, hell, he probably thinks he's Hillary Clinton. But guess what, family? Foundational Black Americans see this dude from a mile away. and we know exactly what it is. The man is lost, and that's all the Democrats could provide. Slow Joe, Sleepy Joe, Joe got to go, nursing home Joe, diaper Joe, don't know what the F year it is Joe. Whatever it is, family, you just go ahead and you put old as hell Joe. Where the hell did I go, Joe? And Joe got to hit the damn dough. Foundational Black Americans, we called all that, and we were the first ones to say it, and we gonna keep on saying it, y'all. Joe don't know what the hell is going on at all. And family, if that was bad enough, let me show y'all something else, okay? Let me show y'all something else, and y'all gonna get a kick out of this. Not only was Joe on that type of time, family, somebody seen Joe Biden walking around a damn ice cream parlor, and he got lost. Somewhere between the Haagen-Dazs and the Sherbert, he got lost. I'm not lying. Y'all look at this right here. Same Joe, old as hell, don't know what's going on, but damn it, we laughing. Look at Joe Biden, family. Why is this man still walking these damn streets? Why is this man out here still talking? Why ain't they locked this man in? Joe Biden is a threat to American society. Okay, we don't know yet. We got to wait for the facts to come out. But some of the facts I done seen, fam, is Joe don't know what the hell is going on. Look how lost this man. How is this man the president of America just a year and a half ago? Why was this man allowed to have the keys? Y'all want this man holding the keys to the button? I don't at all want this guy anywhere to be found. Never. But family, this is what it is. And I want y'all to remember, it was foundational Black Americans who put an end to Joe Biden. The same way as foundational Black Americans who put an end to Al Sharpton. The same way as foundational Black Americans who put an end to the Boule. The same way as foundational Black Americans who put an end to all the BS. That's what we've been doing, and we've been doing it lovely, y'all. So Joe Biden is getting lost in an ice cream shop. He's on autopilot racism. He thinks the guy in the crowd is Barack Obama. Kamala Harris is running around here drunk as a skunk. Al Sharpton's perm is squirming in the wind. Roland Martin got denied access at Longhorn Steakhouse. I think the regulators is winning. Matter of fact, I know the regulators is winning, because anytime the regulators can put them numbers on the table, that means that the regulators is showing and proving, fam. And that's why they out here losing. Al Sharpton crying. You ain't got nowhere to go. You can't come back. Yeah, he was sleeping on the job. I like that. Sleeping on the job. They don't like the fact that we have put them out of business, and they don't like the fact that we know everything they're doing. So the more Black Americans do what Black Americans are doing, the more these people are done for. I love our energy. I love our passion. I love everything we got going. And I just, quite frankly, am in love with our whole community, top to bottom, pillar to post, y'all. It is beautiful to be FBA. And family, one thing I'm going to show y'all about how beautiful it is to be FBA, it lets you know that foundational Black Americans, our talking points go far. And when they send out these people to try to confuse our people, we ended up just sending them back to where they came from. Hell yeah, we have. Let me show y'all this right here. This is for your boy Black Alpha. Check this out. Remember that guy that was just talking a minute ago? Kamala's collard green cousin. Okay. Y'all look at this right here. This man was talking about illegal immigrants, and this sister right here checked him. Did y'all see this? Let me show y'all.
I don't agree with is what ICE is doing, putting terror in communities. I mean, let me ask you this.
I feel comfortable with ICE around. I'm not a criminal illegal immigrant, so I feel very comfortable. I'm not terrorized by them. And I'm from New York. Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. If there's an undocumented immigrant here, right, came across without their papers, and they opened a restaurant, and they've been
Why? Why are they allowed to do that? Why are they taking that place away from someone else?
Right? Let's say they've been here 10 years and they're paying taxes. Do you think ICE should go and try to deport them, or do you think that we should? So we just disagree there.
Because I think that if you're going to go after someone that was on Epstein's Island 10 years ago, then you should go after people that came here legally. I think it's disingenuous for you guys to be focused on one thing that's so much smaller than.
Boy, she whooping his ass. He is shook.
And they're paying taxes. Do you think ICE should go and try to deport them, or do you think that we should? So we just disagree there.
Because I think that if you're going to go after someone that was on Epstein's island 10 years ago, then you should go after people that came here legally. I think it's disingenuous for you guys to be focused on one thing that's so much smaller than this really large issue.
Looking at someone who came here undocumented for the American dream. Now, my parents came here through the legal process. We should have a path to legalization.
So should those people skip people like yourself?
It is so different than rich and powerful people who are rigging the system and feel like they're totally above the law. I mean, an undocumented person is much more vulnerable. They don't have access to politicians.
They're vulnerable because of your policies that make them vulnerable.
I don't.
Damn.
That's what ICE is doing, putting terror.
Damn. Look at him. Look at that, fam. He bucking his Punjabi eyes. Damn. You know, fam, when they get them eyes to bucking, they ain't got nothing. Dude sitting there, eyes, but I'm just trying to say this. And she said, I only feel bad because y'all letting illegals come in here. Don't nothing else got us shook. Hell no, ain't nothing got us shook. It's really because y'all allowing the illegals to come up in here. See, fam, the wave in the United States of America has completely shifted in our direction. It has. This is why other individuals out here are looking at what we're doing and they're saying, wow, what's happening? Nobody, and I mean nobody, is supportive of illegal immigration more than the Democrats because we have delineated. And remember this, Donald Trump ain't the one who got this popping. That's because of us. Mass deportation is because of foundational Black Americans. We were the ones saying they're dropped off in our communities. We're the ones saying they not like us. You got to remember, when Donald Trump and them talk, they just talk about illegal immigrants, deportation. Black Americans take it deeper. We say illegal immigrants coming to our communities, trying to claim that they're us, trying to do crimes in our name and be lumped up with us. See, for them, it's 2 things. For us, it's 20 things. Everything you're seeing about mass deportations is a result of foundational Black Americans in the grassroots. Everything you're seeing about the Democratic Party getting crippled and destroyed and annexed is because of us. Everything you're seeing with these politicians melting down and crashing out in public is because of us. And everything you see with people being petrified, terrified, insecure, and shook is because of us. Foundational Black Americans have made everything possible. And all we simply did is say, we FBA, we don't play, we delineate, we regulate, and we separate. And once we all did that, family, you start to see everything move. And it's all moving in our direction away from them. Al Sharpton, done, canceled, deleted, erased. All the people in the non-action network packed up with his ass. Kamala Harris packed up as well. You name the op, and I don't care what they represent, I don't care who they are, and I don't care where they're from. You name them, and foundational Black Americans will regulate them. And once it's all said and done, this country will be what this country was on the very, very, very first day. And I'm not talking 1776. I'm talking about indigenous. It was Black Americans by ourselves in the beginning, and it will be Black Americans by ourselves in the end. Because you can run, you can hide, but you can't escape the foundation. And we put the founder in foundational Black American, and we put the style in America. And without us, there wouldn't be nothing. So like Black Alpha said in Washington, D.C. at the Rally for Reparations, when I rocked the house, there'd be no USA without FBA. And it's FBA all day, certified all the time, and we in it to win it. We don't talk about it because we live it. Certified salute from your brother Black Alpha. Family, I love y'all with a passion. I can't explain it enough. Y'all my family. I love y'all on everything. I want y'all to continue to persevere and continue to shine. And I want you guys to continue to shut down everybody. And there will be a regulator tour. Not kinda, not sorta, not maybe, all the way. There will be some certifieds pulling up. And I'm not talking about maybe, I'm talking about all the way. We have put an end to the boule, to the Pan-African, to the Democrats, to the Republicans, and to anybody. And we did it all the way. And we did it our way. So when you can win and you can do it by being yourself, that's powerful. When you can win and you can do it by not compromising, that's powerful. And when you can win and you can do it with your brothers and your sisters and your whole FBA family, that's beyond powerful. That's beyond great. That's beyond perfection. That's the FBA family tree, y'all. I love y'all. Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Everybody, smash the like button on your way out. Make sure y'all subscribe to all my certified foundational Black Americans who put in work. And I will see you guys this summer when we out here regulating, fam, because foundational Black Americans, we make the way, and foundational Black Americans mean everything. That's what it is. I love y'all. Stay good, stay safe, stay vigilant. Another classic broadcast, family. I will see y'all. I got a major surprise for everybody. So stay tuned, fam. But we're going to deliver that in real good fashion, y'all. So all we do is win. All we do is win. Foundational Black Americans, certified 110. Stay good. Always remember, no matter where you at, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, that black is beautiful and beautiful is always black. From your brother Black Alpha, #1 activist, best chat on the whole damn planet, certified salute. And we gonna let the greatest rapper of all time bring us all the way in and bring us all the way home. Much love and respect, y'all. Love you with a passion. Tupac, bring us home, brother. Boom.
I don't care what y'all think. If you whatever the fuck you think you are. And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starving? Go ahead. You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses, ain't a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African Americans and we out here dying? We thugs and we niggas until we set this shit right. Trust me when I tell you that.